Nói tiếp cái này bắt lóc rồi. Nghe ra không?
Để đây. What's it?
Good evening to all of you. It's 6:63. We're waiting for a few more people to join in, and then we're going to start, maybe in next 3 to 5 minutes. जिन लोगों को मेरी आवाज सुनाई दे रही है, चैट बॉक्स में yes लिख सकते हैं. Am I audible to all of you? If it is yes, you can put that yes in the chat box. That would be really helpful. Thank you for those who have replied. Chat box में type करिए Yunesh, you don't have to speak. You can put that in the chat box if I am audible. मेरा सजेशन होगा जिन्होंने अपना पहला नाम फर्स्ट नेम my request to all of you would be जिन्होंने अपना फर्स्ट नेम नहीं लिखा है Say for example, HP, somebody is with the name HP. Please mention your first name. That's a protocol of all our sessions. It's very important to put your first name, and that's the protocol. So my request would be to put your first name. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, and please change your first name. So by the time we wait for 2-3 minutes more, maximum maybe 3-4 minutes, आप लोग ये लिख सकते हो कि कौन से ईयर में हो आप लोग. से फॉर एग्जांपल इंजीनियरिंग कंप्यूटर साइंस फाइनल ईयर, या आईटी फाइनल ईयर, या एमसीए फाइनल ईयर, या ग्रेजुएट हो चुके हो आप 2020. If you can mention that in the chat box, that would be really helpful. Thank you, Alkesh, for taking the initiative. I would like all of you to please mention if you are studying, which year you are studying, and which branch, and if you have graduated, which year you have graduated. Thank you. Yunesh, if I'm not wrong, BMS means Bachelor of Management Studies. Am I right? So you would like to go for a technology background, having a management science graduate, right? Perfect, Yunesh. Welcome on board. Thank you. Sayukta, thank you for sharing. B final year IT. Okay. Suraj, Ankit, thank you for sharing that. Suraj, mechanical engineering graduate 2018. Okay, so which means Suraj, you are working somewhere, if I'm not wrong. Okay, Suraj, you can mention if you are working somewhere or you are looking for job, because 2018 graduate means you have a couple of years experience, so you're moving from a mechanical background to a tech background, so you can highlight that, Suraj. बाकी लोग जो रिप्लाई कर रहे हैं, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर रिप्लाई. कुबेंद्र, बीटेक सेकेंड ईयर, विच ब्रांच? कुबेंद्र, इफ यू कैन हाईलाइट दैट वुड बी रियली हेल्पफुल. Suraj, if I am audible, you can reply to my question. Thanks, Kubendra. It's electrical engineering. Okay. No, I think Suraj, not Kubendra. Suraj, yeah. Suraj, you can highlight. Yes. Sure. So you want to move into a tech background, Suraj. That's why you are here. If I'm not wrong in understanding that, right? You have joined a mechanical company. Right, Suraj? Yeah. Rana, thank you for replying. A mechanical engineer 2019. Yeah. Okay. Correct, Suraj. Thank you so much for replying. Rana Ankit Kumar Singh. Yeah. So I think it's similar. You are a mechanical engineer 2019 grad, which means you are working somewhere. Those who have not replied, please reply what you are doing. Thank you, Rana, for sharing that thought. आप कहीं पे नौकरी कर रहे हो तो वो भी mention कर सकते हो आप. Rana, Sai, thank you for sharing that. BTech Mechanical 2020 graduate. Okay. Ritesh, you are working at Microcool. Okay. How many years of experience, Ritesh? Okay, so you are at Amtech Auto Limited. Okay, fair point. Okay. And you all want to move into a tech background. This is very interesting. Not that आप लोग आप ही 3 या 4 लोग हो जो इस तरह सोच रहे हैं. There are many people, many students I am interacting every day, and I'm going to talk about that in next couple of minutes. But thank you for sharing your thoughts. It's really interesting. This is the second batch of the month. The first batch was launched on 10th, I think 10th of February. This is the second batch that we are launching. So there's always a mixed crowd of students who are pursuing and students who are within 1 year or 2 years of experience, which is obviously fresher. सूरज, मैं आपके सवाल का जवाब दूंगा एंड में. हमारे साथ हमारे mentors भी हैं. There are some. There's our course director has also joined. लेकिन आपका सवाल पहले ही आपने पूछ लिया तो उसका जवाब देता हूं। इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा कि आपके पास बैकलॉग है, आप मैकेनिकल डिपार्टमेंट से हो, आप इलेक्ट्रिकल से हो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, क्योंकि जिस तरह की बात हम कर रहे हैं, हम मतलब ये कोर्स कर रहा है और इंडस्ट्री कर रही है, वो स्किल मांग रही है, स्किल, राइट? कुबेंद्र, फाइन। At the end of the day, what industry is looking is skill and not the academic degree, or if you have a 10 12th below 60% marks, or in engineering or graduation below 60% marks. Generally that happens in a college placement scenario, mass recruitment scenario, and so forth. The kind of skill we are talking, the kind of engagement we are talking, it is about whether you have a skill. You have a degree, okay? Do you have a right kind of skill which the industry wants? And that is exactly what the company, that is Skill Edge, is doing, and this course will eventually do. So I hope I have answered your query, Suraj, at a very I would say granular level, as well as objectively मैंने आपके सवाल का जवाब दे दिया. It is not going to impact as far as your interview preparation or your interview experience is concerned. All right, guys, I think let us start. I hope all of you have replied to my question of आप सब लोग क्या कर रहे हो as far as your degree is concerned. So thank you for joining in, all of you. Very good evening. Sunday evening, you all have decided to be a part of a special batch, induction batch. And मैं special थोड़ा इसलिए भी कहूँगा because as a curriculum from the next month, we are going to take an entrance test to do this particular course, as well as a personal interview. But this is the last batch जो हम बिना इंटरव्यू के और बिना टेस्ट के मैं बोलूंगा बिना टेस्ट के मतलब नॉट अ फॉर्मल टेस्ट जो कि अगले मंथ से होने वाला है. फॉर दिस मंथ वी डिसाइडेड, जो पहला बैच था वहां भी हमने in that also, Kuvendra, I will be doing English and Hindi a mix, but if you don't understand few words of Hindi, just make sure that you raise your hand as you are doing. And thank you so much for reminding me that. Okay. So this is the last batch in the month of February where we are not taking an entrance test for this course, which is going to happen from the next month. Entrance test as well as PI, personal interview, before you join the course, because there are many aspects of this course which requires commitment and everything else, which I'm going to explain you as we go ahead. But that's only one part of this particular session, or induction, as we say. This induction is approximately an hour and a half. Around 7:30, 7:45 is what we are going to close the session. This induction will have 3 segments. I would say 4 segments. Number 1, I'm going to talk about Skill Edge as a company, who we are, what we are doing, how we are doing. That's number 1. Number 2, I am going to introduce to you the course mentors, the course directors, and one of the directors is with us today. He's going to talk a lot about technology. So I'm going to introduce him. I'm going to introduce myself, a few lines about me, so that you know why the person is talking what he is talking, right? मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ वो क्यों बोल रहा हूँ, so that you understand that context. That's the second point of the session. The third would be about technology, about the emerging career in IT, about this word called full stack development. And we're going to talk about that for 45 minutes with one of our course directors, Pranbir. Pranbir has joined us. So that's the third point. And the fourth point, we're going to talk about the course. What is this course all about? Why it is so different? Why it is making quite a rage? Because it is India's first for the students course that has been launched in this particular manner. So yes, we're going to talk about the course as the fourth point. And the fifth point would be, if you have any other questions, you can definitely ask and discuss. So with this, let me share the screen with you. Britesh, we do live online classes. We do not do offline classes. That's one of our strong points. And the reason is, in the company today, you will do online. In the company today, you will work online. You will never work offline going forward post-COVID. What we do is all about job related, nothing else. That's why all our sessions are live online as you and I are talking. I hope I have answered your query. As we go along, if you have more questions, feel free to ask. Can I get a quick yes from everybody if my language, if my speed, if my, as of now, whatever I have spoken is all fine with all of you? Can I get a quick yes? You can visit personally. The office is in Pimple Saudagar. And all these questions we can deal with at the end. That's what my suggestion would be. Ritesh, you can always go to the website and always check the website. Yeah. Got it. Thank you so much for those who have replied. All right. Let me share the screen with all of you and then we talk. Just give me 1 minute. All right. The screen is visible to all of you. Just give me one or two people can quickly say yes on the screen in the chat box, please. एक या दो लोग अगर yes बोल देंगे. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I think that would be good. Yeah, that would be good. So let me talk about skill edge to all of you. Yeah, let me talk about skill edge to all of you. जैसे मैंने कहा, the first segment is about the company. So the name of the course is full stack. जो edge word है edge, that's one word that we use for every course of ours. There are 12 courses that we run, and the edge word is the brand identity of Skill Edge. Yeah? So it's the edge to your skills, right? That's Skill Edge. This is an induction class of 20th Feb 2021. जो बॉटम में आप सोशल मीडिया हैंडल देख रहे हो और यूट्यूब चैनल भी है सेम नाम से, स्किल एज ऑफिशियल. फील फ्री टू फॉलो सोशल मीडिया हैंडल एज आई एम टॉकिंग टू यू. बहुत सारी चीजें जो मैं आज बात कर रहा हूँ सोशल मीडिया पे हम लोग एक्टिविटीज, कॉम्पिटिशंस, आर्टिकल्स, आई वुड से लाइव चैट विद एक्सपर्ट्स करते रहते हैं. सो बहुत स्टूडेंट्स उससे बहुत कुछ सीख रहे हैं, राइट? सो फील फ्री टू follow the social media handle as well as subscribe to YouTube channel. Let me talk about Skill Edge to all of you. We are an edtech and we make students pursuing diploma, engineering, graduation and post-graduation from non-IIT and non-IIM. We make them new age employment ready in technology, engineering and management career. We are the India's only edtech company जो तीनों सेगमेंट में, टेक्नोलॉजी में, मैनेजमेंट में और इंजीनियरिंग में, तीनों सेगमेंट में स्टूडेंट्स के साथ काम करते हुए उनको न्यू एज के करियर में तैयारी करवा रहा है. And we work with only non-IIMs and non-IIT students. That's what we work with. It has been 27 months now where we have delivered more than 6,500 hours of program to more than 20,000 plus students in 80 plus institutions.
Am I audible now? Yeah, okay. I'm audible now, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right. Suraj, thank you for telling me from where I got stuck. Thank you so much. But I'm going to repeat one or couple of sentences so that you all are sync up in the thought process. Uh, the first point is yes, we are an edtech, and we make the non-IIT, the non-IIM students pursuing diploma, engineering, graduation, and post-graduation new age employment ready in technology, engineering, as well as management career. We have delivered more than 6,500 hours of program in last 28 months to more than 20,000 students across 80 plus institutes in India. And because of that, in one of the events in IIT Kharagpur, we got the best EdTech Startup Award and few more awards in last 1 year. The important point is, how do we operate? How do we make students new age career ready? That's an important aspect. Now, as a student, we are all exposed to Udemy, Coursera, NPTEL, Swayam, YouTube videos, and many other training institutes, and everybody is good. हर कोई अच्छा है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. प्रॉब्लम कहां पे है? अगर दिक्कत नहीं है तो प्रॉब्लम यहां पे है कि देयर इज अ गैप. कितना पढ़ना है, कितनी प्रैक्टिस करनी है, और किससे बात करें. These are some of the key questions when you are studying or when you are a fresher within 1 or 2 years of experience. And that's how we are different. It also comes through the fact that as an individual, as the CEO of the company, as an individual, I am a teacher by heart. Over the last 17 years, I have mentored more than 10 lakh students in India from TCS to Google. And that's why I can understand what it takes for a content. When I say I as a company now with my team, with people who have joined us, similar mindset people, where people understand कि content किसी के दिमाग में जाएगा कैसे, और जाएगा तो वो जिसके दिमाग में जाएगा वो apply कैसे करेगा. So I am a teacher by heart. Whether I am talking about a full stack development program, or I am talking about corporate finance, or I am talking about entrepreneurship, I may not be good in the subject, but I know how to teach. That's what I know. That's what I have done over the last 17 years. 10 lakh students, बहुत बड़ी बात होती है. So the same methodology, the same teaching techniques, which is world class, because the kind of people individually as well as the people who have joined us are from world class institutes. So the teaching methodologies are such a way that it makes a student absolutely new age job ready. How? 3 steps that is mentioned in the second point. Knowledge, but it is only job role focused knowledge. That's it. Once you get the knowledge, so it's like exam, when we take the exam, right? University exam. We first study the chapter. We first study that chapter from where we are supposed to get more questions. The same logic. You have to study that much which will make you crack the interview and perform from day one. Both things are important. So the knowledge, job role focused, easy language so that we understand and retain. After knowledge, it is important that every student practice things, because knowledge is also there in academics, but academics is not equivalent to job ready. Academics plus skill is equivalent to job ready. And that's what students are doing. You get a degree from the college and you get skill from Skill Edge. Because industry now, in the last 5 years, there is a change. Industry doesn't check from which college you are. because there is a lot of demand for new age, but the supply is less. There was a time when industry used to think कि पढ़ाई IIT और NIT और IIMs में ही होती है और कुछ जॉब रोल्स उन्हीं के लिए ओपन हो रहे थे. अब सिनेरियो बदल गया है क्योंकि इंडस्ट्री में डिमांड बहुत है, सप्लाई नहीं है. एकेडमिक्स में एक दायरे में पढ़ाई होती है. There is only one framework within which the studies are done, and that's why a new thing, a new skill is required by every student who is career oriented. So once you get the knowledge, it is important to practice. Every student in Skill Edge does continuous practice. It's like when you're 12th standard, you are preparing for an entrance exam like IIT. You imagine IIT coaching, how every weekend you are taking a mock paper, how you are taking the test. That's the exact culture you get here when you practice the knowledge. The difference is here you are preparing for a premium job. And finally, after practice, it is very important, while you are doing practice, are you in the right direction? There has to be a mentor. You know, today also we have mentors. I have a mentor. The company has mentors. So it is said that you need a right mentor at the right time for your career to be in the right direction. Right direction at the right time. Every student in Skill Edge gets 3 mentors at different levels of the course. So knowledge, practice, and mentor makes you ready for the job title that you are preparing for. That's the mantra with which we work. And I think that's how we are able to reach so many students. We are able to impact so many students' life. And that's why we get an overwhelming response from all quarters. This is the advisory board that we have, and I'm proud to say these are the people who have been there, done that, and they are guiding us. Some of the people are very well known. In fact, all 4 of them at their own level. Vineet sir, IIT Delhi graduate. He is the founder of Ashoka University and Plashka University. Suresh Mahalingam sir, the board member of Aviva and principal, Kellogg graduate. Devi sir, he worked with Shibulal and Nandan Nilekani during Infosys days as a corporate HR and strategy. Atul Gupta sir, he comes from a mechanical background with an understanding of how a business is run. And these are people having pedigree of IIT Delhi, Kellogg, INSEAD, and so forth. By the way, INSEAD is the #1 B school in the world today. So we are proud to say that we are being guided. When I say we, the company is being guided by these people. So you can understand in which ecosystem you all are getting into. Going forward, it's a great honor and pleasure for me to introduce Pranbir sir to all of you. Pranbir Sarkar. Pranbir has more than, as we speak, 9 years of overall experience on product development. He has successfully, I would say, cracked the Google coding challenge. And he's one person I have seen over the last 2 years who has made technology very easy for the students. Pranbir is one of our course directors for this course, and he's an integral part. The conceptualization of the content, the conceptual and the delivery of the content is being taken care by Pranbir and the mentors going forward. Pranbir, thank you so much for joining in, and it's an absolute pleasure to hear you. And I must say that technology ko aasan kaise karna hai is what you do always. So thank you so much for being with us and creating such a fabulous content. As far as I am concerned, I told you I spent over 17 years and made more than 10 lakh students in India ready for jobs from TCS to Google. That's what I have been doing. That is what I am passionate about. I'm sure mere body language se wo dikh bhi raha hai. I have done my BTech, I have done my MTech, and I've done my MBA from INSEAD France. Let's go ahead. I will also be interacting with all the students of this course quite closely. on the technology front a bit, and then on the software aspect of the technology front quite a bit. So I am also acting as a course director within this course for this batch. So this is the second batch of the month of February, and I will be a part of the course director also along with Pranbir. Beyond course directors, we have course mentors from product companies at various levels. I told you every student gets 3 mentors. So every student will be exposed to those mentors as we go along the course. Already there are 12 mentors who have been empaneled in the course, are from companies. Some of these companies I have shown you. All right. This is where I finish the first 2 segments of our discussion. It's 6:30, and now we start the third segment of our discussion, which is on absolute technology, absolute full stack part, and technology bit, which is where Pranbir is all about Pranbir now, all about Pranbir's knowledge, experience, and how he makes technology so easy. Pranbir, just give me 1 minute. I'll give you permission to unmute. And over to you. Pranbir, thank you so much once again for joining in. And we all are here to hear your thoughts on this. I would say one of the most popular keywords, full stack development in today's time. Pranbir, over to you.
Okay, so thanks Rohit for the invitation. Oh, I'm not audible?
No, not audible.
Yeah, now am I audible?
No. Maybe the microphone is an issue. Audible to you, okay?
Yeah, so you have to change the speaker actually. The bottom.
I am not able to hear you maybe.
Oh, okay. So am I audible to you, Rohit, now?
So I am not able to hear you.
Okay.
I think other people are able to hear you. Do you want to put that something in the chat box? Okay. Yeah, I understand all of you. Guys, I understand all of you can hear Pranbir sir. I am not able to hear him. Okay, so you want me to choose the arrow button beside the microphone. Okay. So you go ahead, Pranbir. Should I give you the access to the? So I'll make you the host by the time I do this. You make me the co-host if possible, because the recording has been. You make me the co-host.
Okay.
I made you the host. Yeah. And you also get the control of the PPT.
Okay.
If you want to take the control of the PPT, ask me the control, I'll give you the control.
What is that option? So I can't see the option number. How can I request for the control? Rushabh or Indranil, sir, anyone can you guide me? Like, how can I request for the control? I got request for control.
Yeah. So I've given you the control.
Okay. So
Saurabh, just close your video. That would be great. Thank you. Thank you, Saurabh. Ranbir, you can
Okay,
start.
yeah. Now it's sure. But I'm unable to go out of this full screen mode. But, so I just need to go out of this full screen or exit full screen. Yeah. Okay. So let's start from the beginning. So I've already covered all these things. Okay. So guys, so let's start like start with like what is full stack, by the way. So first of all, thank you very much for all the students to appearing on this meeting today, and also thank you very much for Rohit sir for inviting me. And I'm really surprised to see like a lot of the students are coming without having a CS degree or IT, and it's really great actually. So let's talk about this full stack, like the most booming word now in the internet. First, let's see this picture. Okay, so you can see that one burger is there. Now this burger is basically representing an application. I can say like an industry grade application. Okay, so now when we build a burger, so we start from the very base, right? So here also we will start from the very base only. So at the base of the burger, you can see like different kind of words written like AWS, Azure, Google, Linux, Windows, Android, blah, blah, blah. So basically these are nothing. So these are basically the server part. Okay. So definitely an enterprise-based application, or like any kind of application, basically we host it or we run it on the top of a server, right? So basically this base is representing the base of our application also. Now on the top of that base, we can see a brown colored layer. Oh yeah, sure. Let's see whether this works. I clicked on Rohit's computer. Why my Zoom stuck? My Zoom got hanged. Yeah, now it's working. Okay, so let me, yeah, now it's in full screen. Okay, so now that second layer from the last, so you can see that one brown colored layer we have, so which is nothing. So it is written like PHP, Python, Ruby, Java, and lots of technology names. So basically these are the backend technology. So one mistake is there that I would like to point out here in front of everyone, which is this MongoDB word is written. So that will be a part of the database part, which is the yellow colored one. Okay, so just leave this MongoDB word outside, and if you can see that this PHP, Python, Ruby, and all these things. So these are basically the language, the backend language, okay, that we use in our application. Okay, now see, first we have the server on the top of which our application will be executed. Okay, will execute. After that, we have this backend technology using which we write the entire backend of this application. Now, what is backend, what is front end? We will definitely learn about that. So on the top of this brown colored layer, we have one yellow colored layer, and we call it like this database layer actually. So where we have different kind of database name mentioned in this picture. For example, PostgreSQL, DB2, MySQL, and NoSQL is basically a type of database. So here this MongoDB word should be. Okay, so basically this is the database where we store the data. So I think Saurav raised his hand. So Saurav, you can.
No, it was basically to make the screen full.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I can see the screen. I can control the screen. Pranbir, you go ahead.
Okay. Then you only do the control.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now in this yellow colored layer, which is basically representing the database layer, basically. So in the database layer, basically, in almost all the applications use a database to store the data. It could be like Facebook or Netflix or like Flipkart or any kind of application. Okay. So now they store their data in a database. Okay. So that's why this database layer is there. Okay. And on the top of the database layer, we have one green colored layer, and it is written like REST, SOAP, API, WebSocket. So these are basically we can say like it is an API layer kind of. So what an API layer is doing, it simply connects the front end with the back end. Okay. So and the back end is responsible to connect with the database. Okay. Because we can't simply access a database directly from the front end. Okay. It is due to security reason, these are not allowed actually. Okay. So basically what happened. So and at the top of that, we can see the burger's topmost layer. Basically, if you put the burger and you watch it from the top, so you will only see this top part of this burger, and that is basically the front end. Okay, so the front end is what we saw in our browser. It could be like one button, it could be like a table, it could be one images, all these things. And for that, we also have lots of technologies. For example, we have Ajax, AngularJS, PhoneGap. It's some slightly different kind of stuff here. So Bootstrap, CSS, HTML5, jQuery, JSON, React.js, JavaScript, PWA, your progressive web app, and then SPM in single page application. So all this stuff, when you new stuff is there. So that is called the front end part. So basically, what is backend in the sense? This backend technology that basically creating that API. Okay. So the front end, so it will simply, let's say the front end wants some kind of data. It needs some kind of data. So it simply connects to that API. And that API is simply connected with the backend technology. And the backend technology is connected to the database. So whenever a front end asks like, hey, I need this particular user's photo, let's say for Facebook. Okay. So the Facebook's front end simply call an API, which is basically connected with the backend. And the backend's responsibility is take the photo location from the database and return that to the front end. So this is how an entire application actually works. Okay. Now, full stack means this entire stack. Okay. So you full stack knowledge means that the knowledge of all the layers of any enterprise grade application. Now there will be one question like, is it like are we using this kind of picture only, or like are we using this layers only to build any kind of enterprise grade software? The answer is no. Okay. So see, you have this burger. Okay. If you ask, let's say you visited McDonald's or something and you ask for a burger, so they will also give you some kind of, no, if you want to enjoy it in a better way, you can use like this ketchup. Okay, you can use some French fries with that, some Cokes. That will make you, I mean, no, it will, you can enjoy it in a better way. So the same happens with industry application as well. So there are lots of other stuff as well. But since all of you are like freshers or 1 year's experience maybe, so for you, this is the full stack actually. But when you get knowledge of, let's say, 4 years or 5 years of experience, you have to learn a lot actually there. I think we got some question or something like, when we gonna connect front end and back end, we use Django framework, right? But you not mentioned. See, so I will come to that point, like how I have decided to go with this mentioned technology, and I will show you one analysis that we did. Okay, like why we have chosen this stuff. This structure is just to demonstrate like how things are working. Okay, so you can see also like I have not mentioned any framework or library name in that diagram. So what we have wrote is the core technology name. Okay. So yeah, Rohit, you can go to the next slide. Okay, so now here, so two pictures we can see. So the left side picture is basically demonstrating the responsibilities of a full stack developer, and the right side, it is showing like why should someone choose this full stack as a career. and also like why the company always choose full stack developer. So if I simply look into the left side picture, so you can see like some flower kind of stuff is there. So if we start from the first one, which is basically the front end, so definitely, yeah, as a full stack developer, you have to work on the front end as well. Front end means the whatever you saw in your you see in your browser. Okay, the next part is basically the dev tools. If you want to be a good full stack developer, then you should know how these different dev tools works. So now dev tools like this Git, which is basically we use for source code versioning. Okay, then SAS, Gulp, Board. So these are different kind of tools. Also, you should know how Chrome dev tools works. Okay, like maybe some or maybe everyone has ever did something like open after opening a website, just right click and just click on that inspect element that open a new tool. Okay, so all the different tabs are there. Their purpose are different. So as a full stack developer, you should know like what are the purpose of those tabs, okay, and how they are working. Okay, third point is basically the yeah, sure, Rana. So Pandit sir, others told something to me. Yes, others. So when we're gonna connect front end and back end, when we're gonna connect front end and back end, we use Django framework
राणा,
like.
प्राणवीर सर ने एक्सप्लेन कर दिया उसको. प्राणवीर सर ने यही, so प्राणवीर sir has told that we will talk about that in the subsequent slides. We are going to show one research report which is going to be useful for all of you, not for only this course, but eventually your thought process about how we decide on technology. So just wait for a couple of more slides. Let's understand the fundamentals first. Now you have understood, at least you have, if not understood, but you have seen how does a full stack developer looks into an industry grade application, which is front, back end, then database, then there is a layer of API, and then there is a front end. Now sir is explaining about what is a full stack developer as a entirety must know about as far as the industry expectation is concerned. So that's, once you understand these things, we will definitely answer what Adarsh has pointed out as well as what you are referring to also. I hope that answers your query, Rana.
So now the third point is SEO analytics. So basically SEO, what SEO means is SEO is basically search engine optimization. So let's say you have one web app, so definitely it will be accessible through the web. Now I want to make sure that whenever someone search for some relatable terms, your website should appear at the first position. That is basically the SEO. But does it mean that full stack developer will do all this kind of backlink kind of stuff of SEO? Answer is no, absolutely no. So what, as a part of SEO, what a full stack developer do is like the way of development. Okay, so basically if you have that knowledge like how a Google search engine actually works, in that case you should know like how you should build the application. Okay, so that's slightly knowledge the full stack developer should have. Under that, after that we have this DevOps concept. So DevOps is nothing. So it's basically the combination of two words, dev and ops. Dev means development, ops means operation. So DevOps means development and operations. So that means as a full stack developer, so you should know like how to deploy your application in a server. It could be in AWS cloud, it could be in Google cloud. Okay, it could be in Microsoft Azure cloud. You should know like how to set up the networking. Okay, you should know like how to take the backups, how to maintain the databases, and all this, how to maintain the replica sets and all this kind of stuff. After that, we have this backend part. So definitely, as a full stack developer, I already told you that you have to work on the front end as well as you have also the same way you have to work on the backend as well. Okay, so in the backend we have different kind of technology, including Python, Django framework, or you can use Node.js or Java or any kind of programming language. So after that, we have this database. So definitely as a full stack developer, you should have the knowledge of different kind of database, including PostgreSQL or MongoDB, Elasticsearch, Redis. So these are some example of different database. After that, you should know some kind of design pattern. So it doesn't mean that you should work on the graphics designing kind of part. So as a full stack developer, your part is to convert the graphics to an actual code. Okay. And after that, the agile. So there is nothing, just a methodology that the industry follow to implement something. Let's say you want to build a product. So when you are in a college, what you do is whenever you have to do some kind of project, you simply jump and start just coding. But in industry, we don't do that. So first thing is we do a proper planning. So there are multiple steps, okay, that we follow to reduce the technical debt. Okay, so this is basically agile. So on the right side, we can see like why company should prefer a full stack developer.
Sorry
Yeah.
to interrupt, Pranbir.
Yeah.
I want to say one thing to all the students over here. What Pranbir sir has just told on the left side of the diagram, all the things will be taught to you in the class. So you can imagine a full stack developer is a combination of everything that's mentioned in the flowery kind of structure. So just keep, so this, whatever is being told to you, it's not about just for the sake of it. It is something what the industry expects you to know. Yeah, some things more, some things you need to know a bit more, some things you need to know a bit okay types. But as a fresher, as a full stack developer, it is expected for you to learn these things. Now, within these things, what is to be learned is what we are going to learn in the subsequent slides. Something that Adarsh or Rana typically asked. Yeah, Ranbir, go ahead.
Okay, so now if we just look into this picture on the right side, you can see that there is one versus left part and right part. So in the left part, we have one full stack developer who has different kind of knowledge, but on the right side, we have some typical kind of engineer. One is some backend engineer, two backend engineer basically, and one is a front end engineer, but not an actual front end engineer. So you can see like, so their skill sets are minimum. So let's say they are experienced in what in their technology, but let's say a company want to build a new project, okay, from the scratch. So in this case, if I just think about the whatever we can see on the right side, in that case the company need to hire 3 people or 4 people or maybe more, I don't know. Okay, so like to build the product. But in the right side, so one member with having the knowledge of different kind of part, like like how the front end work, how the back end work, how they can communicate to each other, they know how to maintain the database part. So in that case, so in the right side we have 3 people, but in the left side I have 1 people. But instead of 1, if I use 2 people, then they can build even better product than the people on the right side. Okay, because they know what is the best practice in both front end, in both back end and database. But okay, but the right side, they don't know. Like if someone is a core backend developer, so he don't know like what is the best practice in the front end. Okay, same applicable for a database engineer. He don't know like what could be the best practice for the back end. Okay, he don't know like if someone is a front end developer, he don't know like what is the best practice in the back end. Okay, so there will be some kind of communication gap all the time. Okay, so that's why company prefer to hire less number of people. So and also it will reduce the cost of the company. Okay, if the company need to hire 3 people, then that means they need to pay 3 times. Okay, but even someone just even the company, if the company hire 2 full stack developer, they need to hire only 2. They need to spend only 2 times. Okay, so there will be cost cutting as well. So in that case, basically what the company do is they simply increase their salary. Okay, so it's good for everything because and there will be no communication gap between 2 full stack developers because both of them know each and everything of an application. But on the right side, there will be a lot of communication gap just because one don't know how other 2 works. So okay, same applicable for all these developers. So right, we can go to the next slide. I think we have already discussed this.
Yeah, I think this is more about writing in some sentence format, but this is exactly explained in the first slide, which is the burger example, and then you substantiated that with the next slide where we had 2 pictures, one on the left side which highlights the full stack developer perspective of the things that a developer must know, and on the right side how it is beneficial to a company. Right, and it also gives a perspective to all the students over here, including me, that why full stack is so much in demand across the company, whether it is a product company or a service company, a mass recruiter, why it's so much in demand. So I think this will also help our students to understand, if you are a computer science engineer regular or a mechanical or electrical regular engineer, if you want to get into IT, But if you are a full stack developer engineer, what is the difference that industry will look into you when you are sitting for the interview?
Okay, so now before I mention all this
Ranbir, you can
points,
also use a bit of Hindi also.
Sure. I think someone pinged like, so he prefer English, so that's
Yeah,
why.
but anyway, you can repeat it in English if required, but you can use some part of Hindi also.
Sure. So see, before discussing all this thing, so let's think very straightforward. Okay, अगर कंपनी आपको 50,000 पे कर रहे हैं, मतलब कंपनी आपको यूज करके 1 लाख से 2 लाख रुपीस कमाने हैं कंपनी को, तभी जाके कंपनी आपको 50,000 रुपीस पे करेंगे. It's completely straightforward. It could be it you can say like it's a bitter truth kind of. Okay, but agree with that. अब इंडिया जो है एक ऐसे कंट्री है जो सबसे ज्यादा इंजीनियर प्रोड्यूस करते हैं. ओके, अब जितने भी कंप्यूटर साइंस या आईटी के जितने भी पार्ट है, सब अपने सिलेबस में सी प्लस प्लस जावा ये तीनों लैंग्वेज ऑलरेडी सीख चुके हैं, राइट. अब बात ये है कि इंडिया में हर साल इतने सारे तो इंजीनियर्स तो पैदा हो रहे हैं जिन सबके पास ये 3 लैंग्वेज का नॉलेज ऑलरेडी है. ओके, सो डेफिनेटली सप्लाई की कभी भी कमी नहीं होंगे, ठीक है. बट द थिंग इज, क्या उतने सारे जॉब्स है? द आंसर इज नो. Okay, and you don't have to trust on my words. Just go to naukri.com or glassdoor.com or LinkedIn, Indeed, Monster Jobs. सब जगह पे जाओ और खुद जो है ना, खुद से सर्च करो, ठीक है, whether my words are correct or wrong. Okay, so yeah, Jagbir, so we will discuss about this questions at the end actually. Okay, but I can say that the charges of this fee is 0. Okay, so first focus here. Okay, like someone जिसको C++ का नॉलेज है और someone जिसको जो है फुल स्टैक या क्लाउड डेवलपर से जो लेटेस्ट ट्रेंडेड नॉलेज है उसके नॉलेज है. इसमें जो बेसिकली क्या होता है ना,
मैं एक बात बोलना चाहूंगा. सॉरी प्राणबीर टू इंटरप्ट यू. जागवीर, ये जो आपका सवाल है, जनरली दो वजह से ये सवाल पूछे जाते हैं. एक वजह ये है कि सर मुझे जाना है, मुझे इतना ज्ञान नहीं चाहिए, प्रोग्राम फी बताइए और मैं चला जाऊंगा. और दूसरी वजह ये होती है कि जनरली जो कोर्सेस रन होते हैं उसमें फी बिकम्स एन इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट कि ज्वाइन कर पाएंगे कि नहीं कर पाएंगे. Now these are the two reasons why a student asks a question. You got to realize that I understand why you are asking a question. Both the answers जो प्राणबीर सर ने कहा मैं आपको बता देता हूँ. Please first focus on कि सर क्या कह रहे हैं, because whether you are doing this course or not doesn't matter to us and to anybody. What is important is आपने जो 1 घंटा और 1.5 घंटा यहाँ पे बिताया, कुछ सीख के जा रहे हो क्या? Because the important point is we know and I know personally, मैं हर रोज 400 बच्चों से बात करता हूँ, 400 students every day I talk to. I know the fact that if somebody listens to us for 10 minutes, there is a value addition in his or her thought process. Whether you do a course or not doesn't matter. रही बात वेरी ऑब्जेक्टिव आंसर, जागवीर आपके सवाल का जवाब है देयर इज नो कोर्स फी एज फार एज दिस कोर्स इज कंसर्न्ड. मोर ऑन दैट एज वी गो अलोंग. लेट अस फर्स्ट लर्न, लेट अस फर्स्ट इंडस्ट्री वाले से सुनते हैं कि चाहिए क्या इंडस्ट्री को, बिकॉज वो हमको मौका नहीं मिलता है हमारे कॉलेज में, और आने वाले दिनों में भी हमें बहुत कम मौका मिलता है. I hope that answers your query. Ranbir, sorry to interrupt, but I wanted to make the objective very clear for everybody. This is not a regular training institute कि आप आए और गए, ना ऐसा होगा ना. I don't want that objective for anybody. Thank you, Ranbir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So जो मैं बोल रहा था कि सप्लाई जो है वो बहुत सारे है, क्योंकि सारे के सारे इंजीनियर्स को C++ जावा ऑलरेडी आते हैं, ठीक है, बट जॉब नहीं है. सो डेफिनेटली एज अ रिजल्ट क्या होता है कि सैलरी जो है वो कम होते हैं. बट ऑन द अदर साइड जो फुल स्टैक या क्लाउड डेवलपर, ये जो सारे के सारे जो जॉब रोल्स है, इसके नॉलेज बहुत कम बच्चे को है. तो इससे क्या होता है अल्टीमेटली, तो डिमांड तो है, क्योंकि सारे के सारे वर्ल्ड जो है, एंटायर वर्ल्ड ऑफ क्लाउड टेक्नोलॉजीज, लेटेस्ट ट्रेंड्स इसकी तरफ जा रहे हैं, ठीक है, बट उसमें जो है ना सप्लाई नहीं मिल रहा है, बट डिमांड है. तो दैट्स व्हाई क्या होता है ना, उसमें जो है किसी को थोड़ा सा भी नॉलेज होता है ना, तब भी जो है कंपनी उठा लेते हैं, ठीक है, और फिर उसका जो है सैलरी भी जो है इसलिए अलग होता है. तो मैं जो पहले देख लेता हूँ फर्स्ट पार्ट में कि एक्सेसिबिलिटी, इसमें क्या होता है एज अ फुल स्टैक डेवलपर. सो फुल स्टैक डेवलपर वर्क ऑन एनी पार्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. एक वेब मतलब किसी भी टाइप हो सकता है कि आप नेटफ्लिक्स में जॉब कर रहे हो, तो नेटफ्लिक्स के यूजर वाला स्क्रीन से लेके उसके पीछे के जो मशीन लर्निंग वगैरह वगैरह पार्ट है कि कैसे वो काम कर रहे हैं, कहीं पर भी जो है आपका काम कर सकते हो आप, ठीक है, आपको एक्सेस दिए जाएंगे सारे के सारे पार्ट में. और रेगुलर इंजीनियर जो एक पर्टिकुलर एप्लीकेशन के एक पर्टिकुलर पार्ट में सिर्फ काम करते हैं, ठीक है। इंटरेक्शन जो होता है फुल स्टैक डेवलपर के बहुत ही ज्यादा होता है, बिकॉज उनका वर्किंग एरिया जो होता है ना बहुत बड़ा होता है, ठीक है। सो डेफिनेटली इंटरेक्शन ज्यादा होते हैं उन लोगों के, और उन लोगों के इंटरेक्शन सिर्फ ऐसा नहीं कि इंटरेक्शन मतलब सिर्फ कलीग्स के बीच में इंटरेक्शन, वो नहीं होते। अगर आप प्रॉपर एक फुल स्टैक और अच्छे फुल स्टैक बन पाए तो आप जो किस किस के साथ आप इंटरेक्शन करोगे, लीड या लीड के ऊपर जो सीनियर्स है उनके साथ आप इंटरेक्शन करोगे, या प्रोडक्ट ओनर जो है तो उनके साथ, क्योंकि आप जो आपका जो थॉट है ना वही थॉट एक दिन एक एप्लीकेशन जो वो बनने वाले हैं, ठीक है। बट अदर साइड में क्या है, लेस इंटरेक्शन, क्योंकि उनके थॉट से पूरा एप्लीकेशन नहीं बनने वाले, उनके थॉट से एक पर्टिकुलर प्रोग्राम का इतना सा पार्ट जो है वो बनने वाले हैं, ओके। थर्ड जो है कि डोमेन नॉलेज। अब इसमें देखो, अभी इसका जो है कि एक अकेला पूरा प्रोडक्ट को बिल्डअप कर सकते हैं कोई भी फुल स्टैक डेवलपर, बट ऑन द अदर साइड रेगुलर इंजीनियर जो है नहीं कर सकते। एंड द सेम साइड वर्क में मैंने ऑलरेडी एक्सप्लेन किया था कि ये सर्वर साइड और क्लाइंट साइड दोनों पार्ट में काम करते हैं, बट रेगुलर इंजीनियर एक सॉफ्टवेयर के एक पर्टिकुलर पार्ट में जो मेनली कंप्यूटर में रन होंगे तो इस टाइप के छोटे छोटे काम होते हैं। अब रोल इन अ टीम मेनली क्या होता है ना कि जब आप फुल स्टैक डेवलपर पे हो तो आपको मेनली लीड वाले पोजीशन दिए जाते हैं, एंड द रीजन इज बिकॉज you have the knowledge of entire stack, okay, you have the knowledge of entire application, so in that case definitely company will make you the lead, okay। So let's say एक छोटा सा टीम है, let's say पांच मेंबर्स की एक टीम है जो मिलकर एक छोटा सा कोई एक एप्लीकेशन बनाने वाला है। अब इसमें मान लो एक जो है एक डेटाबेस इंजीनियर है, ठीक है, एक जो है टेस्टिंग के है, एक कोर फ्रंट एंड के, एक कोर बैक एंड के है, और एक जो है पूरा तुम्हारा फुल स्टैक डेवलपर है। अब इन पांचों में किसको वो कंपनी जो है लीड पोजीशन वाले देंगे, ठीक है। डेफिनेटली अगर मैं डेटाबेस इंजीनियर को वो लीड पोजीशन के लिए नहीं एलिजिबल है, क्यों? बिकॉज उसको सिर्फ डेटाबेस वाले पार्ट को मालूम है, उसको मालूम नहीं कि फ्रंट वो कैसे लीड करेंगे। भाई फ्रंट एंड टीम आप जो इंजीनियर आप ना इसको ऐसे ऐसे बनाओ, वो नहीं बोल सकते, ठीक है, वो नहीं बोल सकते। सेम डेटाबेस इंजीनियर को, आई एम सॉरी बैक एंड को, सेम वो टेस्टिंग इंजीनियर्स को भी नहीं बोल सकते। नाउ जब सिर्फ और सिर्फ फुल स्टैक डेवलपर ही ये है जो सबको गाइड करके कौन सा बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस है वो गाइड करके जो है प्रोडक्ट को बना पाए, तो डेफिनेटली जो होता है ना टीम लीड वाला जो पोजीशन होता है ना वो लीड पोजीशन मेनली फुल स्टैक डेवलपर्स को ही दिए जाते हैं। अब प्रोडक्ट के मामले करूँ तो फुल स्टैक डेवलपर एक ऐसा पर्सन है जो अकेला पूरा प्रोडक्ट जो है ना बना पाएगा। अगर बहुत ही वर्स्ट के सिनेरियो अगर आ जाते हैं, ठीक है, कि अकेला बंदा हो कुछ ना कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा, तो तुम अकेले जो है ना पूरा का पूरा एप्लीकेशन को बना पाओगे, ठीक है। बट रेगुलर इंजीनियर्स से वो पॉसिबल नहीं होगा। सो और ये लास्ट जो है सैलरी वाले पार्ट वो तो हमने ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कर दिया कि क्यों होते हैं यहाँ पे ज्यादा इसमें कम। So Rohit, you can change the slide. Yeah.
So one thing is very clear. What you are saying, Pranbir, is the fact that doesn't matter which engineering degree you are in, what kind of degree you are getting from which college. What is important is the fact that in order to be ready for full stack developer, you need these kind of attributes, which is that burger photo, which is that flower photo across all the segments. And this also answers Adarsh your question also. In-depth knowledge, yeah, programming, yeah, what company trending technology. Understand one thing, Adarsh, and that's a very objective answer. Skill Edge focuses on you cracking a tier 1 company interview. If that requires trending technology, if that requires programming in depth, if that requires much beyond programming, everything will be given to you. That's what the USP of every course of Skill Edge, which is absolutely job oriented, no extra knowledge. That's number one. And that's an answer to a query, what you asked, objective answer. More on this as we go along in the subsequent slides. But I'm sure Adarsh, you have got your answer as far as this question is concerned. Ranbir, as far as the companies are concerned, I think the next slide talks about a high-level view of the companies that are hiring at a mass scale.
ओके सो ये जो स्क्रीनशॉट आप लोग को दिख रहे हैं, सो ये जो सिंपली glassdoor.com पे जाके सिंपली सर्च किए गए और पूरा स्क्रीनशॉट लिए गए, ठीक है। और एक ही पेज में जो है ना ये पूरा का पूरा पिक्चर सामने आया था। ऐसा नहीं कि हम एक पेज से आधा उठा लिए, सेकंड पेज से दो और उठा लिए, ऐसा नहीं है, पूरा का पूरा एक ही साथ में जो है लिया गया है। ओके सो नाउ यहाँ पे जो कुछ ही कोई गया कंपनीज के बारे में हम देख रहे हैं, ठीक है। इसके अलावा और भी बहुत सारे, और आई थिंक सबसे ज्यादा जॉब्स जो है ना वो इसी फील्ड में ही है। ओके,
Right. In fact, Pranbir, I remember one of the statistics that you gave me while evaluating the jobs. C, C++, Java, the demand is reducing drastically with only 90 or 100 job openings as a fresher.
exactly, it was 65 actually.
Yeah, but the moment you go with full stack developer, it's more than 1,000.
Yeah, 1069 और 1063 और इस टाइप का, और ये सिर्फ और सिर्फ पुणे लोकेशन के लिए था।
Correct. So anyway, I think Pranbir, what is important now for us to understand that how this course is, this full stack जो लिखा हुआ है, it is about the program that we are talking. So as of now, what we learned is full stack development. Developer क्या होता है? We learned about the fact that what are the attributes required as far as the full stack developer is concerned. The difference between a regular engineer and a full stack developer from an industry perspective. And some of the companies, these are very high level companies that are hiring, but there are n number of such jobs which is in demand, and that is high in demand, low in supply, and that is why the average package is also on a higher zone.
Right.
Now the question is, Pranbir, in this particular course, so we talk about the full, we are coming to the course details now, full stack edge course. Before I ask you what kind of technologies, what kind of programming, what kind of other attributes we are going to pick up in our course, I think let me also highlight some of the highlights of this particular course. First of all, this course, if you see the below who can attend, technology background is not required, coding background is not required, your love for technology is required. That's number one. Number two, let's come to the course highlights. The first point, one course, you're getting prepared for 5 job titles: front-end developer, back-end developer, database engineer, data engineer, and finally, cloud engineer. So you are getting prepared for 5 job titles in one course. Huge thing, right? There is no investment, and more on this particular aspect as we go along in some subsequent slides. There is no upfront investment as far as you are concerned as a student. We want to make it absolutely democratize the whole content or the whole experience. पहली बार आपको ऐसा मिलेगा, आपको समझ में आएगा, थोड़ा इंडक्शन में ही समझ में आ रहा होगा. Third point is industry mentoring. There is 3:1. There are 3 mentors for 1 student as you go along with the course. One of the key attributes is the technology and the content that you will be given, and the way it is being taught to you will be definitely an eye opener for most of you, because generally academics ऐसी पढ़ाई नहीं होती है. Hands on practice, अब ये बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है, प्राणबीर सर ने भी बोला है, मैंने भी बोला है, it's all about the practice. The more the practice, the better it is. लेकिन practice with a certain thought process, practice जो कि monitor की जाएगी बहुत closely, क्योंकि आपका performance हर हफ्ते का कंपनीज के पास भेजा जाएगा. So it's a competition within everybody in every week, if you realize what I'm talking. Local language use किया जाएगा, जैसे मैं और आप बात कर रहे हैं, that's the use of local language. It's one of those courses in India that focus on debugging, which is what industry wants. Industry wants to focus on debugging. You need to understand programming, agreed, but you also need to understand algorithmic mindset. Tier 1 companies में, Tier 1 colleges में सिखाया प्रोग्रामिंग जाता है, बाकी colleges में भी जाता है. फर्क यह है, उनको algorithmic mindset से सिखाया जाता है. That is exactly what you will be taught here. That what is about the algorithm? Algorithm कैसे बनाओगे? That's more important, and that's what industry is talking about.
Okay, so
let's talk
before we
about
start,
the course.
let's show them the research a little bit.
Yes.
I think.
So while this course content is in front of them, now let us understand from Pranbir why we have selected this course content and what is the reason behind it.
Exactly. और ये जो चीज है ना, ये सिर्फ इसके लिए नहीं है, ठीक है, कि आप इस कोर्स में ज्वाइन करो या ना करो, और ये आप लोगों के फ्यूचर के लिए बैठी है कि फ्यूचर में भी आप जो है ना कैसे चूज करोगे कि किस पे आपको जाना चाहिए, Okay, and that is very important. So एक चीज जो ना आप लोगों को पहले में ध्यान में रखना है, ठीक है, आप लोग जब लोग फ्रेशर्स हो या 1 साल एक्सपीरियंस हो, ठीक है, यानी कि आप लोगों को एक ऐसा टेक्नोलॉजी चूज करना होगा जो नेक्स्ट अराउंड 15 से 20 साल तक जो चलेगा. ओके, ऐसा नहीं कि जिसका दिन जा चुके हैं. ओके, तो हम लोग जो है ना 2 चीजों के नॉर्मली चीजों को अभी के लिए देखते हैं. ठीक है, एक है, आई डोंट नो किन लोगों को इसके बारे में मालूम है, स्टैक ओवरफ्लो वेबसाइट के. तो स्टैक ओवरफ्लो एक ऐसा वेबसाइट है, ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग, यू नो, कि अगर मान लो एक दिन गायब हो गया ये स्टैक ओवरफ्लो और नहीं है, ठीक है, तो क्या होगा ना, वर्ल्ड के 75% आईटी इंजीनियर और इंजीनियर नहीं रहेंगे, ठीक है, गायब हो जाएंगे. Oh, sure, Adarsh.
You can use a bit of English also.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure. So basically, I'm going to use this Stack Overflow first as a first research method. Okay, like how to choose the tech stack for in your future. Okay. So basically, what I mean, what I have said is like always choose the technology of future. You can never choose any technology that where some obsolete technologies. Okay. So because you guys are freshers or 1 year's experience, so you have to choose that language that, or some technologies that will run the world for next 20 years, okay, or 15 years at least. Okay, so now Stack Overflow is most popular website for any developer, okay, or any software engineer, and it's like any kind of problem, I mean, solution of any kind of problem you will get in Stack Overflow. Okay, and Stack Overflow is some kind of website, like let's say from tomorrow this Stack Overflow is no more, and if this has happened, almost 80% of the developer of the world will become a non-developer. Okay, this kind of website it is. And in every year, what do is it did some kind of analysis, okay, like based on the question asked and based on the responses from the different kind of user, it did some kind of survey, okay, and it took the input from the developers only, not from anyone of other than a developer, not even from a manager. Okay, so it asks the question to the developers only, and based on that, they do some survey and they release that survey report. Okay, now, so it's 21. So the latest survey we have is the 2020 survey. So first, I will open this 2020 survey. So let's see what we have. I have some kind of internet issue nowadays. I don't know why. So Rohit, so can I just open this link? I'm sharing.
I will open the link. You just
yeah, I'm pasting
stop
it.
sharing.
Yeah, I'm sharing it,
and you can make me the host also.
Yeah, sure.
I will open the website.
If anybody wants, anybody can open that link as well. And you can share this screen.
Yeah.
And I have made you host.
Is this clear now?
Yes, it is. So you just click on the technology on the right sidebar. Technology, yeah. Now click on that most popular technologies. Just scroll a little bit. Okay, yeah, right, fine. So you can see like what are the most popular technologies. So it is basically the summary of the entire survey, you can say. Okay, so let's start from the first one. So first we have JavaScript, so it is a part of the course. Then we have this HTML, CSS, that's also a part of the course. Then SQL, that is also a part of the course. Then Python, that is also a part of the course. Okay, so and this will cover the entire backend, front end, database, almost everything. Okay, so we don't have to look into any other programming language. So now let's scroll a little bit down. So now, by the way, you can see like the popularity of other programming language is going, I mean, it's less than the chosen programming languages. Okay, so if I just go a bit bottom more, web framework, yeah. Now again, the first library mentioned is a part of our course. Second one, that is also a part of our course. Third, we don't need, because we are that, I mean, this Angular and this React jQuery is all are for the front end. Okay, so you will learn only first one part. First, become a master of any particular technology. After that, if you want to explore more, then explore, but never try to become a master of everything. Okay, yeah, that is done. And after that, if you just scroll a bit bottom more, here only, and in that only, no, just the other one. Yeah, here only, if you just scroll a bit bottom, okay, yeah, fine. Okay, so now we have this Django written here also. Why? From the overall result, we saw that Python is very much popular, and in that entire list, the most popular Python framework is Django now. Okay, so that's why we have chosen Django. And Django is a technology that's been used by a lot of websites as their core, backend. For example, Instagram, okay, or NASA official, the official website of NASA, then National Geographic, and some part of Netflix, some part of YouTube as well. Okay, these are, I mean, behind the scene of behind all this website, we have this Django. So that's why we have chosen Django. Can you just scroll a bit bottom more? So let's look at the next one. I think so. We're here in the most popular part. Okay. So now in this most popular part, here we have this others library. So we have to skip this. These are more related to package and filters. For example, Ansible, you can see it in TensorFlow. We are not going for that. Okay. So you can scroll a bit bottom.
Ranveer, your voice got a bit muffled. If you can repeat what you said. Right.
Okay, so I think what I said is like this. Now this chart is not for us actually, so you can skip this chart. Yeah, now the database part, we have this MySQL and PostgreSQL. So PostgreSQL is a part of our program. So PostgreSQL and MySQL both works in this exact same way. Okay, so if you want to go with MySQL, that is also fine. It's exactly same. Okay, so if you become a master of any one of this, it will automatically become master of the second one. So you can scroll a bit bottom. Yeah, platform. So the most popular platform is definitely Linux. That is also a part of our program. Again, you can scroll. Yeah, now here it is the most important part, by the way. Here I can see like the most loved, most dreaded, most wanted. Okay, most loved one is basically definitely it will tell us like what will be the technology of our future. Definitely the most popular is the overall report, but this is the future kind of. So first one is the Rust. So we are not going to teach you Rust, and the reason is there is very few job, I guess, in India for Rust. So Rust is not built for web development. Rust is basically going to replace C++ in future. Okay, it is a system programming language kind of. Okay, that's why we are not taking this Rust as a part of our program. The second thing is TypeScript. So TypeScript is basically the superset of JavaScript. So it is like a JavaScript language, but slightly modified, slightly added some typed kind of thing. Okay, so if you are a master of JavaScript, it will take you 7 to 10 days maybe to become to switch to TypeScript, but we are not teaching you that because we are already teaching you JavaScript. If you want to learn a lot of language, it will become very heavy for you only. So that's why we have taken JavaScript instead of TypeScript. And the third most popular language we can see is the Python, so which is a part of our language. So which is a part of our course. I'm sorry. And other than that, so those technologies, those are not a part of full stack development. So that's why we have not taken that. But no. Don't scroll. So there is another tab there only. Just slightly, yeah, Dreaded. So now Dreaded is basically like which technologies are obsolete, getting obsolete. Okay, people don't love that, or like the log ke zamane gaye kind of. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on 6th number line. Okay, so you will see this like from most of your friends will be like, hey, learn PHP, lots of Java. Guys, don't go for that. Okay, so you can see on the list like who are on like किनके दिन जा रहे. Okay, so don't go with that. So you have the list here. Just if you ever someone told you that hey, you can learn this language, just show them this story. I mean, show them this page. Okay, never go with this technology. Okay, so you can also see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At the ninth line, you can see Java also. Okay, so people are also no, they are not even interested in Java. I will show you one more report, interesting report, just after showing this report, by the way. Okay. Yeah, Adarsh, I will come to your point. Like why I always prefer Python full stack rather than Java full stack. So in this report, you can already see like Java is like people don't want to go with Java anymore. Okay. Okay, and also इसके ऊपर और भी I will show you one more report also. Okay, the report from Google also I will show you. Okay, so you can see here the Java, PHP. So they are it's like they are going actually. The people don't they are not the developers. People the developers don't like this language. And if you just go to the wanted, I think we don't have to go to the wanted. You can go for the next. So you can scroll a bit more. Okay, so now we have this most web framework like. So first is the ASP.NET, so that is not a part of our course because it's part of a different technology. But in the second part, we have React.js. Like people love this technology a lot, and this is a part of our program. So here also you can see that Django is there. Okay, so people are loving this a lot actually. So that's why we are going with this technology. But we have not chosen Angular or Angular 2 or that kind of things. Okay, because the rank, you can see the rank actually directly in front of you. Okay, if you go to the graded, that is also, it will also show you like, see Angular JS, people don't love this one anymore. Okay, and like click on that wanted part. So you can see like people more wanted to know about React. So you can see this is the future actually. So Shubham, I will come to your point also, like why I have not chosen Express in our course. Okay, because I'm like why I'm no, I'm not in a favor of Node.js actually nowadays, and the reason is already one replacement of Node.js is in the market. I don't know how many of you know about that. The programming language name is Deno, Deno. Okay, and you know who built that programming language? This is the same person who invented Node.js. Okay, so that the inventor is telling that there are a lot of security flaws, and that's why he has to build a new programming language. So you can understand what will be the future of the library that you have mentioned. So now just scroll a bit bottom.
Does that answer your query?
Yeah, Adarsh and Shubham. So
Adarsh, I hope you got your answer. Yeah. Shubham, thank you for the reply. Adarsh, I hope you have got your answer.
Okay. So Shubham, so one more thing I would like to suggest to you, like if you don't know about this language Deno, so you can simply search like why Deno, okay, and you will get the answer like why I have not why I am always encouraging you not to go with Node.js. That is the same answer, like why Deno, why not Node.js? It's the same. Okay. Okay. So now Rohit, you can scroll a bit more. Here most of framework, so no need to see on these things. Yeah, you can just scroll more. Yeah, so these are basically most of database kind of. So Redis is slightly different actually, by the way. Okay, it is in-memory database. So if anybody is interested, I can simply teach you that. But as a freshers, the company will never expect you to know Redis actually. It is just some database that run on the RAM of our system. Okay, but the second number you can see PostgreSQL is mentioned, and that's why I have chosen this PostgreSQL as a part of our course. Yeah, Ritesh, we will definitely come to the point. But before that, so whatever I'm showing you in this part is not related to our course only. Okay, it is related to all of your future actually. So whether you want to join this course or not, that doesn't matter actually, honestly speaking. Okay, but it is up to you, like which technology you should learn, okay, for your career. Okay, not for us, and that's why I'm spending some more time here. And and it is a very important thing, because almost all of our webinar I saw like people asking like, how should I choose the technology for my future? Because there's some of their friends or some of their brother, sister, or someone say that, hey, I am using this technology, you should also do that. But no, never choose, never believe in anyone's word. Just believe on the data. Okay, just believe on what is available to everyone. Okay, so
And
that's why
also,
I'm spending some more time
I
actually.
think one more point, Ritesh, our main point is not course duration and structure and fees. That I can tell you in a 15 minutes or 10 minutes of call also. The reason of bringing Pranbir sir and other people as we go along is to talk about technology. Because if you don't know technology, if you don't know why we are doing what we are doing, then it is any other regular institute you can go and learn. And that's the whole point, right? So, but yes, but Ritesh, if you are in a hurry and if you want to go somewhere, you are free to go. If you want to know more, you can follow us on social media. You can ping me or Pranbir sir on social media. We are happy to answer. But we will take another 10-15 minutes to come back to your question also. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. So, Rohit, you can scroll a bit more. Linux is definitely we are teaching. Yeah, more. No, more. Collaboration tools is, see, we have this in GitHub, so that is also part of our course, by the way. Yeah, you can scroll more. Searching tool, yeah, got scroll more top paying technology. So here also, so yeah, after just scroll a bit more. So here also you can see like which technology will pay you more. Okay, so now doesn't mean that Perl is written at the top, that means Perl is the best language. No, it is because they need to support some legacy application, and that's why they are paying, because most of the developer already switched to yes, Jagbir. So basically, we are not going to use MongoDB actually. Instead of that, we will use a SQL database actually, like MySQL or PostgreSQL. Yeah. So now Perl, Scala. So Scala is a really good language, but this is mainly used for ETL kind of stuff. That's not for full stack. Go is also fine, but these are the job in India is very low, and in that case, you can see from the top only the Python is a language where the number of job openings is a lot, as well as the package is higher than the other technology. So Rohit, you can scroll a bit more.
I have one more point also, which I think it's a good point, Jagvi. Uh, you know, ये जो हम काफी बार ना, इनफैक्ट दैट्स एग्जैक्टली व्हाट रणवीर सर इज टॉकिंग, हम काफी बार ये सुनते हैं अपने सीनियर से, या किसी ने बोल दिया, या अपने फैमिली में कि ये कर लेते हैं, या हमको लगता है कि हमारे प्रोफेसर ने बोल दिया ये कर लो, ये सुनने में आया है. आई थिंक दैट इज वेयर नाउ यू नो कि कहाँ आके चेक करना है कि हम वो ना करें जो आज या कल या परसों खत्म हो जाएगा. हम वो करें जो आने वाले दिनों में अगले 10 साल तक रहने वाला है, ताकि एक बार हमने सही पाथ पकड़ लिया तो हमको वापस आने की जरूरत नहीं है. टेक्नोलॉजी में ऐसा बहुत होता है, क्योंकि जब आप मास रिक्रूटर में जाते हो, टीसीएस, कॉग्निजेंट, कैपजेमिनाई, एक तो आपको पता ही चलता है कि आपको कौन से प्रोजेक्ट में डाला जाएगा. इट कैन बी अ टेस्टिंग प्रोजेक्ट और डिप्लॉयमेंट प्रोजेक्ट, और इट कैन बी it can be a regular project management project. कोई खराब नहीं है. That's also one stream that you can get into. But if you want a real development project, तो mass recruiting companies भी जो पहले दिखाया था, वो भी आपको उसी तरह के प्रोजेक्ट में डालती है या डालेंगी अगर आपको लेटेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी पता है तो. So I think that is why
Right.
this kind of information is really helpful for your entire career. Forget about this course or forget about the next 2-3 years. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आज 2 साल बाद आप लोग एमएस करने जाओगे, जीआरई पढ़ोगे, कोई एमटेक करेगा गेट देकर, आपको पता होना चाहिए ना कि मैं किस में रिसर्च करूं, कौन सी टेक्नोलॉजी में मैं आगे पढ़ाई करूं जिसमें स्कोप ज्यादा है. आई एम श्योर मेनी ऑफ यू आर गोइंग टू डू दैट, एंड दैट इज व्हाई इफ यू आर डूइंग द जॉब फॉर द फर्स्ट 2 years एंड इफ यू हैव अ फुल स्टैक डेवलपर का थॉट प्रोसेस, दैट इज गोइंग, so it's like, if you have a full stack developer, the right kind of technology, your platform is already here from in comparison to a regular engineer. That's what we are talking about.
Right.
Right.
So I think after that, I will ask you to go open another small website. Okay. Just open Google and search like Google Trends. Just search in Google.
Google Trends.
Yeah.
Okay. Done.
Yeah, share your screen so that everyone can see.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, yeah, just open this Google Trend. Okay, so enter a search term, right? So just search Python. Yeah, now choose Python programming language. Okay, yeah, whatever, that's fine. Okay, now this compare, right? So click on that compare. Yeah, by the way, just choose this, change this past 12 month. Yeah, this one. Change it to 5 years, past 5 years. 2004 to present, you can use that also. Okay, so everyone can see like how things are basically, how things have changed. So you can also change this United States to India. Okay, now click on the compare. So now let's use Java, the most popular, like everyone always say, yeah, use that Java programming language. Okay, now you can see initially, what is that? Yeah, so initially see on that 2004, okay, at that time Java was the only language where like people always prefer, and even like if it was 2010 also, okay, maybe I would say that yeah, Java is more popular, you should go with Java. But now you can see the trend actually. Okay, so the trend of Java is in the downgrade actually, but in Python it is upward. Okay, so now if you just Rohit, change this 12 sorry, the timeline to last 12 months. Yeah, just change it to 12 months. Now you can see like who is at the top. Okay, so now it is basically a time when both are basically having a collision kind of. Okay, now what is the future basically? Who came from the top, it will go bottom, and who is coming from the bottom, it will go to the top. This is the future. Okay, and I would also ask you to add a comparison. Okay, so now we can see that in this last 30 days, always Python was, sorry, no, always the 30 days instead of that, I think it's better to go with 1 year data actually.
Okay.
12 months. Yeah, go with 12 months or 5 years. So the more range we will use, it's better the prediction will
Yeah,
be.
that's
Okay.
yeah.
So now you can use an add comparison. Now you add Node.js. Yeah, please don't laugh. So you can see the difference actually. Don't go with anyone's word. Okay, see the data only. Okay, if needed, what we have, nothing else actually. I think these are the most.
Maybe PHP.
No,
Maybe PHP.
yeah, you can search, but you will see the downtrend actually, because nowadays for PHP
Because
actually I would say like
many of the students ask me this question.
the PHP will be very high once, I guess, maybe. Wait, what? And the reason is I would like to encourage everyone to see one video actually in YouTube. Okay, just search like PHP inventors speech. Okay, 1 year or 2 years back actually. So he said, so yeah, Rohit, you can just simply add PHP.
Okay.
By the time, yeah. So in that video, the inventor of PHP, who built the PHP, he said like why not PHP actually. He said like he was the inventor actually, but he said that he never built PHP for modern days application because it was invented in 1994. Okay, and at that time the web technologies works in a different way. So that's why he built that PHP to support the system, not for the current trend. Okay, so these are the basically data. So you can understand like what is the future. It's pretty straightforward. Okay, and if anyone, so no matter, I'm again telling you, no matter whether you join the course or not, If anyone told you like, hey, PHP is better or any other technology is better, just show them this data. Okay, it is not that I have added this data, okay, or I have paid some Google to show that, hey, in this time, at the time of this session, show this kind of fake data. It is not, okay. Or just show them the Stack Overflow data. That is enough, like, more than enough actually. Okay, and this is basically, and this is how we have chosen our stack actually. So Rohit, you can share this PPT now.
Yeah.
So now the fact here that is it enough just to learn a stack? This is the very most important question, and the answer is no. Just learning this stack, just learning some kind of programming language, how to use some tools. That's it. But this is not enough. When you are in an industry will always expect you to know some industry's methodology of development. For example, how to build different kind of source code versionings. Because in industry, so you will work on a project for 6 months or 1 year or 2, 3, 5 years. Okay. So now let's say you wrote some code which is working today, and after 7 days you saw that, oh my god, this code is not more working. Something is wrong. How you can go back to your this 3 days or 4 days back at the stage of in that stage? It is not possible by using Control Z. So you have to know how to build this source code version. Okay, so you should have that kind of knowledge. You should have like the knowledge of Linux, because the company will, if it is a medium-sized company, they will simply told you that, okay, so now deploy this code into the server. If you don't know that, what will happen? Basically, you will do some Google, and it's like you will do something wrong in the server. Okay, and people will simply laugh at you, or they will never scold you actually. Okay, but it's a very bad impression kind of it. One bad impression will, the company will see to you. So that's why you should know like how we can deploy this product, so that like something is working in my local machine. That means I should deploy it, and I can write like something.com. So using this something.com, everybody of the company or anyone from the world using any device, internet enabled device, can access your app. So that knowledge you should have. You should know like what the methods the company use, okay, to develop a software. The step-by-step method. It is not like a college project, like, okay, so I have to build this kind of project, okay, let's start coding. No, it is not like that. Okay, then you should know like how the entire architecture is working. We already saw a burger picture, but that is not enough actually. You have to know like how they are connected to each other, and how the human faces lots of problem while building an application, and how they recover that. Okay, so you have to know different kind of knowledge of different terminologies, like a load balancer, like how sharding works, or is multi-tenant architecture. So this kind of knowledge you should have. Okay, and as well as like how the data structures work, and why I have added this data structure. In the college, I think this is the most hated sub paper. Okay, like data structure and algorithm. But I have added it. Like, why? Because if you have a dream to work on Google, Microsoft, Facebook, or Netflix, kind of this kind of big company, then you should have data structure and algorithm. I mean, you should have this knowledge, and top-notch knowledge you should have. Okay, just knowing basic like how binary tree works, it will not gonna help you. Okay. So yeah, based on this, we built this entire courses actually. And you should have the dedication actually. Otherwise, it will be really tough.
I think Pranbir, very well said, and thank you for explaining why is the course, what is the course. Generally, what I have seen is, जो देखता हूँ मैं, when I am talking to third year, final year engineering students, or 1 or 2 years students, in the IT professional, that it's all about the language learning, programming language. But programming language doesn't take anybody to a higher package or tier 1 company. It's about the mindset, and the mindset includes programming language. The mindset includes data structures, algorithms, source code versioning, web app architecture, and everything that you have mentioned over here, because that creates the full stack developer as we go along. Coming to the last few slides of the presentation, yes, it's a 500+ hour program. It's a big program. Somebody asked me about the duration. Yes, the duration is 5 months. It's one of those programs in India जो 5 महीने में 5 जॉब टाइटल की तैयारी करवा रहा है. अपने आप में ये फर्स्ट इन काइंड है इंडिया में फॉर स्टूडेंट्स फ्रॉम नॉन IIT and non NIT or non IIMs. 500 hours is divided in 5 months. Every month approximately 100 hours. पहला महीना जो होता है that is where the classes happen in the weekend, the first month. And the second month onward weekday में आपके academic calendar को देखते हुए आपके scheduling की जाती है. For example, post 8 o'clock आपके साथ coding challenges किए जाएंगे, आपको exercises दिए जाएंगे in the second month onward. The first month the classes are in the weekend, 2.5 hours to 3 hours, Saturday Sunday combined, so approximately 5 to 6 hours in the first month. So you can imagine it will be approximately 30 to 35 hours in the first month, and then from the second month onward things start happening in the weekday also, keeping in mind obviously your academic as well as your professional calendar. एक important बात बोलना चाहूंगा उसमें ये है कि ये कोई भी अटेंड नहीं कर सकता. क्यों? क्योंकि हर हफ्ते आपके एग्जाम्स होते हैं, हर हफ्ते असाइनमेंट होता है, और अगर आप असाइनमेंट और एग्जाम्स नहीं क्लियर करते हो तो इसका मतलब ये है आपने जो पढ़ाई की, मतलब आप जो क्लास में आए उसके बाद आपने रिवीजन नहीं किया, इसीलिए आप क्लियर नहीं कर पाए, तो यू आर ऑल्सो नॉट अलाउड टू डू द क्लास. तो ये बड़ा अमेजिंग सा नॉट ओनली कंटेंट है बट इसकी डिलीवरी भी बड़ी अमेजिंग सी होती है. मैंने आपको शुरुआत में कहा आई एम इन्वॉल्व इन द कोर्स, हैविंग ट्रेन्ड मोर देन 10 लाख स्टूडेंट्स. मुझे पता है पढ़ाना कैसे है, और एक बार कोई सुन लेता है तो उसको पता है कि भैया वो आगे बढ़ रहा है, चाहे फिर वो ये वाला कोर्स कर रहा हो या कोई और कोर्स कर रहा हो स्किल एज में, along with the Pranbir sir and the mentors that we have. So you got to be careful about this. Yes, it involves 75 hours of soft skill. मैंने जैसे आपसे कहा था इसमें मैं इन्वॉल्व हूँ, चाहे फिर वो आपकी प्रेजेंटेशन हो, लिंक्डइन हो, गिटहब हो, आपका वीडियो रेज्यूमे हो, डिजिटल रेज्यूमे हो. दिस इज व्हाट द tier 1 companies want today. आपको 5 महीने का प्रोग्राम है लेकिन एक्सेस 9 महीने के लिए मिलता है, क्योंकि 5 महीने के बाद आपके साथ हमारी टीम काम करती है टू प्रेजेंट योर CV टू द कंपनीज that will interview you, and obviously we are there for you till the time you crack an interview. Regular coding challenges होंगे, रेगुलर एक्सरसाइजेस कोडिंग के फॉर्म में, प्रेजेंटेशन के फॉर्म में आपसे करवाए जाएंगे. सो इट्स लाइक अ वेरी इंटेंसिव प्रोग्राम. मैंने आपसे कहा है मार्च महीने में इस प्रोग्राम में आने के लिए देयर विल बी एन एंट्रेंस टेस्ट, दैट्स व्हाट वी हैव डिसाइडेड. फरवरी मंथ इस बैच के लिए एंट्रेंस नहीं है, लास्ट बैच के लिए भी एंट्रेंस नहीं था. वी आर अराउंड 20 to 23 स्टूडेंट्स इन द लास्ट बैच. The maximum that we limit is 25, 27 maximum, because उतना ही मैनेज हो सकता है एक बैच में, because हमारी इंटेंसिटी बहुत ज्यादा है and we want students intensity also. एक महीने के अंदर अगर आप कोर्स छोड़ देते हो तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, लेकिन एक महीने के बाद आप छोड़ नहीं सकते, there is a penalty. और जब मैंने बात भी की स्टूडेंट से तो आपका ये कहना है सर कोई छोड़ने की जरूरत भी नहीं है बिकॉज इतना अमेजिंग है. आइए बात करते हैं. दिस इज समथिंग कोर्स इलस्ट्रेशन थोड़ा सा डायग्रामेटिक फॉर्म में है कि क्या क्या चीजें होंगी, क्या क्या करवाया जाएगा. दिस इज समथिंग दैट प्राणबीर सर हैज एक्सप्लेन्ड यू by showing you why we are doing this, what we are doing this, right? I hope Pranbir this is all you have explained in the last slides. I hope that we don't need to explain this again, correct?
Yeah, right.
तो यहाँ पे एक चीज आप लोगों ने देखा होगा, कुछ 3-4 एंटरप्राइज लेवल के प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाए जाएंगे. इनफैक्ट many of the students in the last few batches have considered this course as their internship. जो वो कॉलेज में दिखा रहे हैं, they have considered this as an internship and the final year project also. जो लोग सेकेंड ईयर में है उनके लिए तो और भी ज्यादा हेल्पफुल होगा, बिकॉज सेकेंड और थर्ड ईयर में जब आप हो ऑटोमेटिकली आप 2 या 3 इंटर्नशिप्स कर सकते हो इन प्रोजेक्ट्स के थ्रू. और हम प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाएंगे वो इंडस्ट्री लेवल के होंगे, वो अटेंडेंस मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम या वॉइस रिकॉग्निशन सिस्टम या पैटर्न रिकॉग्निशन सिस्टम वैसे नहीं होंगे. इंडस्ट्री ग्रेड के प्रोजेक्ट्स सच एज अगर आपको गूगल ड्राइव बनाना हो, एप्लीकेशन लाइक गूगल ड्राइव, or Zoom call like application or app like that kind of industrial grade projects will be developed. Your ideas will also be taken. Industry people are involved, they can give you ideas, but it's going to be a very, as you understand, this is going to be a very tight knit program जहाँ पे आपको अपना commitment देना है and you get the support and the ecosystem from us. जैसे मैंने कहा बहुत सारे students इसको 6 months का internship अपने कॉलेज में दिखा रहे हैं एंड द कॉलेजेस आर वेरी हैप्पी बिकॉज जनरली जब वो स्टूडेंट्स को भेजते हैं इंटर्नशिप के लिए तो कंपनी कुछ भी काम करवाती है कंप्यूटर साइंस इंजीनियर्स से, बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली उनके पास भी काम नहीं होता है और वो एक टिक मार्क होता है बस स्टूडेंट के लिए भी और कंपनी के लिए भी. But this is an area where not only they are getting an exposure, they are learning also at the end of the day, right? So yeah, that's an absolute benefit to many of the students. Before I get into the engagement model, any questions till now? Is it all clear, guys? Can I get a quick yes? We are getting into the last 5 minutes of our presentation. मैंने आपसे कहा था 6:15. I told you it will be around 1 hour 30 minutes. We are going to take 5 minutes extra. So we are at 7:45, 5 minutes more in the engagement model. But is it all clear till now? Can I get a quick yes from everybody quickly? Can I get a quick yes from everybody? See, I believe that you are here to learn and respond because आप अगर सिर्फ सुनने के लिए आए हो तो कोई फायदा नहीं है. सुन के समझना भी है तो आप रिप्लाई कर सकते हो. There is a difference between hearing and listening. जो हमारे मम्मी पापा कहते रहते हैं ना, समझा नहीं क्या या सुनता नहीं है क्या. हम सुनते हैं पर समझते नहीं है. That's the whole logic when you are not responding. You're only hearing, you're not listening. So if you are listening, can you please respond? समझ में आया क्या अभी तक? Can I get response from everybody? Otherwise, there is no fun, guys. Otherwise, there is no point you waiting so long and listening to everything. I'm sure you have got a lot of insights. I'm sure आप लोगों के मन में जो धारणाएं थी, जो thought process थे, हर रोज जब 400 बच्चे बात कर रहे हैं मुझसे, this is my what? This is my 12th session on Sunday. This is my 12th session that I'm taking. So when students are talking to me, similar questions होते हैं because कोई guide करने वाला नहीं है, and that's how the entire thing is working, right? Okay, thank you for those who have replied. What is the engagement model? Yes, the engagement model is we want to democratize the entire course. Democratize का मतलब है there should be no burden to the parents. It should be all on you, and you should be able to pay for the course only after you get the job. As simple as that, right? And that's how we have made the model. Okay, so that you grow. You grow, absolutely you grow. When you grow means you grow not only with respect to your thought process, your ability to crack a tier 1 company interview, and along with that we grow. That's the whole agenda, right? इसी को कहते हैं how we can democratize. सिर्फ IIT और NIT में इस तरह की पढ़ाई नहीं होती है. We want to bring that experience from the industry level, horse's mouth to your level also. We want to bring that education. So that ये जो डिमांड सप्लाई का गैप है इंडस्ट्री में वो फिल हो जाए. इंडस्ट्री कह रही है डिग्री का कोई मतलब नहीं है, स्किल ले आओ, and that's how it is. So the engagement model is this. If you realize you are at step 1 or step 2 के बीच में हो आप, which is where the induction is happening. This is the induction class. Step 2 is your 5-month commitment that you will get along. That 5-month commitment starts from this weekend, the coming weekend. सैटरडे संडे आपका वेंसडे आपका इनफैक्ट वेंसडे नहीं आपका कल ही आपका व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप बन जाएगा, राइट? एंड यू विल ऑल बी अ पार्ट ऑफ द व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप जहां पे वेंसडे को आपको शेड्यूल मिल जाएगा. सो दैट्स योर स्टेप 2. द स्टेप 3 एंड द स्टेप 4 इज एज सिंपल एज द पॉइंट दैट यू डोंट पे एनीथिंग फॉर द ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम टिल द टाइम you get a minimum salary of 5 LPA. That's the commitment from the industry. Because it is an industry approved syllabus, companies that have come on board as far as this program is concerned, and there are more companies coming, the companies have agreed that if a student is able to perform the way we are telling, they're able to perform in the interview, companies are happy to pay minimum 5 lakh LPA, more than that on that day based on the performance of the student. And once you get it, then only you pay. Otherwise, you don't pay anything. As simple as that. You learn, and you are getting ready for 5 job titles. Never forget that. So this is the illustration of what I said. Right? This is the illustration of what I said. The illustration is this. Okay. Am I audible? Am I audible to all of you? Can I get a quick yes? एक दो लोगों से अगर मुझे जवाब मिल जाए. Yeah, okay. Because किसी ने मुझे ping किया था, the person is not able to hear. Okay, cool. So the illustration is this. Thank you so much for the reply. Illustration is this. You get a minimum salary of 5 LPA. then only you pay. You register for the course. That's the only registration fees. That is 8,000 rupees. That's it. You don't pay anything. That's the registration fees that you pay. And you pay only after getting the job for the entire 5 months for everything that I have told. Okay. Now, either you pay in 2 years or in 3 years or in 1 year. That's all up to you. But that you decide only after you get the job. Suppose you don't get the job of 5 lakh LPA. You only get 4.5. You don't pay anything to us till the time you get 5 lakh. Suppose you get a job of 6 LPA, for example, based on your performance, and you don't pay us on 6 LPA, you only pay us on 5 LPA only. Also, suppose you are working and for some reason after 6 months, you are asked to leave the job for some reason, right? You don't pay again anything. Your payment will get a stop because you don't have a job at that time. You again pay, you start paying only after you get the job of 5 LPA. The point is, till the time you get the job and you are able to maintain the job, you are not supposed to pay us. Which means 2 things. You are, as a student, I come to the next slide. As a student, it's very important to understand that the worst case scenario is I am able to learn everything in 5 months. The problem is industry wants a certain skill and the student doesn't have it. That's why the placement of 5 LPA doesn't happen. Now we are plugging that gap by providing you that kind of skill which is approved by the industry. You get that placement, right? So that's the point. I want to highlight a couple of more things. ये सारी जो मैंने बातें बोली हैं, ये सारी बातें during the course आपके साथ agreements will be made. You will be signing couple of agreements along with us, and obviously yeah, during the course hoga because it's a 5-month course. So within the first or the second month, these things will happen. A couple of things more. One is every week आपका performance, अभी जो existing companies M-panel हुई हैं और कुछ companies जो M-panel हो रही हैं, उनके पास जाएगा. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि 5 महीने बाद उनको पता चल रहा है. For example, Adarsh is doing something in Skill Edge and the company is like, okay, let us evaluate Adarsh. No. उनके पास हर महीने का डैशबोर्ड जाता है कि हर हफ्ते आदर्श ने परफॉर्म कैसे किया, कौन से प्रोग्राम में, कौन से एल्गोरिदम में, कौन से किस तरह के डेव टूल में परफॉर्म किया, सो दैट उनको भी पता है once they interview you how they can deploy you in which project. So it's a win-win for company also. उनको सोचने की जरूरत नहीं है कि स्टूडेंट को कहाँ डालना है, because one, they are paying higher because इस स्टूडेंट में वो सारी बातें हैं जो उनको चाहिए जो रेगुलर एकेडमिक्स में नहीं है. So they are okay to pay higher, but even if they pay high, they know that इनको कहाँ deploy करना है project में, because they have seen the performance of the students for not 1 month but 5 months, which is equivalent to approximately 20 to 25 weeks. So you can imagine the tight knit of the program. There are a few points which I want to mention over here. Number one, do not come to us because we are a placement agency. Never ever do so. And I am being very categorical about it. You go to a college, unfortunately, आज की तारीख में अनफॉर्चुनेटली है कि हम कॉलेज में फीस देते हैं और हम बात करते हैं प्लेसमेंट कब मिलेगा, विच इज अनफॉर्चुनेट बिकॉज वैसा हो गया है एकेडमिक्स में, क्योंकि उस तरह की पढ़ाई नहीं हो रही है. मैं ये कह रहा हूं कि अगर आपको सीखना है और अगर आपको पता है कि आई हैव अ ड्रीम टू गेट इनटू अ फैंग कंपनीज, FANG, Facebook, Amazon, Netflix and Google, suppose for example, those kind of companies is my dream eventually after 2-3 years or maybe after a year, because opportunities बहुत सारे हैं. Then this is the place to learn. Why this is the place? Because we know how to teach. And yes, on top of it, we are there with you. We will promote you in front of the companies. We are there with you till the time you crack an interview. That I can assure you. All right. Number 2, value proposition उसको मिलेगा जो committed है. For example, अगर मैं बोलूं February, मैंने कहा पहली बैच हमने 10 फरवरी को लॉन्च की थी. There are 23 students. एक हफ्ते में 3 बच्चों ने एग्जाम क्लियर नहीं किया, तो उनको अलाउ नहीं किया गया अगली क्लास में, तो बुरा नहीं मानना है. एंड द स्टूडेंट्स इवेंचुअली लर्न कि हाँ रोहित सर ने बोला है ना, हमने लिटरली पेपर इसलिए क्लियर नहीं किया क्योंकि हमने वीडियो को एक बार रिवाइज नहीं किया था. जो क्लास होती है उस क्लास का वीडियो मिलता है आपको ताकि आप रिवाइज कर पाओ. एंड स्टूडेंट्स स्टार्टेड रियलाइजिंग कि इस तरह की पढ़ाई कभी की नहीं है, अब कर रहे हैं तो मजा आ रहा है. So this is for everybody. If you are not strong-hearted, if you are like मैं ये रेगुलर इंस्टीट्यूट समझ के आओगे तो आप सस्टेन नहीं कर पाओगे, ये मैं पहले से बता रहा हूँ. So if you enter, you are like, I know क्या करना है, मेरे पास लोग हैं वो करवाएंगे मुझसे, मैं तैयार हूँ. If that kind of mindset is there with you, be with us and you know what can happen. And this is not because I am saying, this is because I along with my team, मैंने तो देखा ही है 17 साल, 10 लाख बच्चे हो गए, अब और देखने की जरूरत नहीं है in terms of कैसे सोचते हैं students. So we know, right? And तीसरा, there is no financial burden to the parents. Parents ने अपना काम कर दिया, उन्होंने graduation करवाया, किसी को post graduation करवाया, अब हमारे ऊपर है. How do we build this? हमें एक डिग्री ले ली, हमने फर्स्ट क्लास लाया, हमने सेकंड क्लास लाया, हमने डिस्टिंक्शन लाया, हो गया. अब लेकिन मेरा ड्रीम है, मेरे को भी टियर 1 कंपनी में जाना है, मेरे को भी फुल स्टैक डेवलपर बनना है, बिकॉज वो रेगुलर ट्रेंड से हटके है, वहां डिमांड बहुत है, सैलरी हाई है और करियर बहुत फास्ट है. अगर वो करना है, then you have a choice, you have a place, you have a support system, definitely you can be benefited. I think that's it from my side. This is what the entire induction was all about. Pranbir, yes, Jagbir, absolutely. Yeah, that's the figure. Yeah, that you can do either in 1 year or in 2 years or in 3 years. That's all up to you, which is approximately comes out to 7,000 rupees per month. Yeah. So coming back to the point, that is it from our side, Pranbir, and from my side. Number one, you came to know about Skill Edge, how we work, who we are, as far as individuals are concerned. Second, you came to know about full stack. What is full stack is all about, right? The future of full stack, why the syllabus, what is the syllabus, a good detail of it, and the syllabus and the engagement model, how we work, and the commitment level. See, at the end of the day, salary, what kind of future, किस तरह की salary होगी, ये सब हो जाएगा. और ये होगा ही. क्यों होगा? Because demand उतना है. आज नहीं तो कल आज आप पढ़ो, आज नहीं पढ़ोगे, कल पढ़ोगे, कल नहीं पढ़ोगे, 6 महीने बाद पढ़ोगे. पढ़ना सबको ही है ये सारी चीजें. पॉइंट ये है कौन कितनी जल्दी समझ सकता है और कौन कितनी जल्दी शुरू करेगा. आज से 1 साल बाद आपको करना ही पड़ेगा फुल स्टैक. वो कभी भी करो आप, क्योंकि डिमांड ही उसमें आने वाली है. पॉइंट ये है कि आप कब शुरू करोगे और कब खत्म करोगे और कैसे अपने आप को तैयार करोगे. जितनी जल्दी करोगे उतना फायदा किसी भी को भी मिलेगा. That's the whole point, right? So if you have any questions, if you have anything in your mind, you can always. So by the way, this is the certificate. You get it, certificate of employability of full stack, right? You get that. Sai Kumar, the last batch we started in February first week is going to be 5 months, and then only we will be able to tell you. But the point over there is, अगर student पूरा 5 महीना करेगा तो सबके हो जाएंगे ना placement, because वो skill cover हो गया ना. अगर वो skill cover हो गया तो placement तो होगा ही ना. As simple as that. That's the whole point, right? As far as this is the certificate that you will eventually get, which is again approved by the industry. This is what the language of the industry is. जिन्होंने बताया गया है, industry ने हमको दिया है, and that's why you will be giving this kind of certificate. And that's it from our side. I always believe this: passion is never enough, neither is skill. मैं दोबारा एक बात बोलूंगा, whether you be a part of the course or otherwise you decide, that's all up to you. Having spoken to or having mentored in Skill Edge more than 20,000 students, now it's approximately 25,000. And I think every month 200-300 students are doing different courses. One thing is for sure, academics एक level तक ही है, उसके बाद एक skill तो चाहिए. और अगर वो skill चाहिए, जितनी जल्दी वो skill लिया जाए उतना अच्छा है. और skill लेते वक्त knowledge का, practice का और mentor का, ये तीनों चीजें ध्यान रखना बहुत जरूरी है, continuous basis पे, random नहीं. So I think if you can understand this, great. For me, it's always pleasure to talk to students. I always get excited. I'm sure मेरे body language से वो दिखता है. Pratik, what kind of legalities means? Let me know what do you want to know. I'm happy to answer. What kind of legalities means? So let me know what kind of question you have as far as legalities are concerned. Shubhendra, मैंने अभी जवाब दिया आपको. Yeah, it's an income sharing agreement, right? Absolutely, it's an income sharing agreement. Absolutely. So, Kumendra, मैंने अभी जवाब दिया आपको. As far as last year is concerned, I would say 75% of the batch gets placed because उतने ही बच्चे पूरा कोर्स खत्म कर पाते हैं. Because उस तरह का commitment level है, right? चाहिए होता है. मैंने कहा है इसका minimum attendance 90% है. Point here, if you are ready to commit that kind of mindset, then you are there, right? So yeah, that's an answer. For example, we run our analytics program. There we have around 90%. We run our engineering program on mechatronics and engineering design. There we have around 80%. Point ये है कि हमारे दिमाग में क्या होता है प्लेसमेंट, और हम ये नहीं सोचते कि उसके लिए चाहिए क्या. हमने ये वाला एंगल क्लोज कर दिया, क्या चाहिए, तो ये अपने आप हो रहा है. उसके लिए सिर्फ स्किल चाहिए, अपने आप की प्रेजेंटेशन चाहिए, इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन चाहिए, वो सब हमने क्लोज कर दिया. तो ये इंडस्ट्री अपने आप कह रही है कि हाँ वी आर रेडी. ऑब्वियसली हमारा नेटवर्क, ऑब्वियसली द वे वी परफॉर्म, द काइंड ऑफ पेडिग्री दैट वी ब्रिंग, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल मेरी पेडिग्री, प्राणवीर सर की पेडिग्री, दैट ऑब्वियसली हेल्प्स. सो या you know, as far as this program is concerned. So I think Sai, how many batches? This is the 8th batch, 7th or 8th batch, which is running, Sai. Jagveer, there are no fee as such, right? There is no fee as such. It's only the registration fees. And the fact of the matter is 8,000 rupees for 500 hours. If you realize, it's nothing in as far as the number of hours and registration fees is concerned. So there are no discounts available, but yes, agar aapko lagta hai ki you deserve that, you deserve a place, and you have that kind of mindset, we can only give you an option that you can pay maybe in a couple of installments if that's okay with you. But yeah, there are no discount as such, because you understand, right? This fees is nothing as far as the entire program is concerned. It is only the registration fees for the program. I hope that answers your query. इसके अलावा अगर कुछ सवाल है आपके जगवीर, पर्सनल लेवल पे अगर आपको लगता है कुछ मदद चाहिए, then definitely you can touch with us, connect with us separately, and I'm happy to connect with you. Point is, there are many students over the last 7 to 8 months. We have helped them at various capacities. हर स्टूडेंट के पास इस तरह की पढ़ाई जानी चाहिए, ये मेरा टेक है. उसके लिए क्या मदद कर सकते हैं, डेफिनेटली करेंगे. Sai, I hope I answered your query. Jagveer, I hope I answered your query too. Yeah, cool. Pratik, if you want to have a separate call on the legalities, let me know. You can always ping. You can always ping me on social media. I'm happy to answer. As such, there are no legalities, because अगर आपको जॉब मिलती है उस मिनिमम सैलरी की, आप पे करते हो, अदरवाइज आप पे नहीं करते हो. इट्स लाइक एन एजुकेशन लोन. आप बेसिकली आप जब लोन लेते हो तो आप EMI पे करते हो. That's the only way. That's it, right? There are no other legalities. अगर आपको जॉब 2 महीने बाद मिलती है तो आप 2 महीने बाद शुरू करते हो पे करना. And that's as simple as that. Okay. So that's the whole point. हाँ, मैंने एक बात जरूर कही है. Once you enter the course, if you leave the course within a month, there is no problem. But if you leave the course, if you say that after 3 months you are saying I don't want to continue, नहीं हो पाएगा, because you got to realize 3 महीने का मतलब है 300 घंटे इन्वेस्ट हो चुके हैं, right? Then there can be some penalty. But जितना मैंने एक्सपीरियंस किया है, no student wants to leave the program even if after the first class. So that's my experience. Yeah. The next steps are very clear. आपके skill advisor से आप बात करके register for the batch. And your WhatsApp group is created. I am assuming आपका group create हो गया है, या तो आज रात को create होने वाला है, and everything starts, because मेरा मानना है ये जितने भी 15 to 17 people, there are 10 more people who have asked me to be a part of this batch. हम लोग सोच रहे हैं उनको इसी बैच में डालना है कि नहीं, बट आपके साथ जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स हैं 17 to 18 अभी इसमें, they will be a part of a WhatsApp group, and the program starts. That's the next step. Yeah. शुभम, आपका सवाल हो गया. उनेश, आपने पहले ही बोला था ना, आपसे मैंने इसलिए पूछा था, याद है? मैंने आपसे पहले ही पूछा था, आप BMS कंप्लीट कर रहे हो और आपको कोडिंग बैकग्राउंड नहीं है, पर आपको टेक्नोलॉजी में आना है. मैंने पूछा था, आपने कहा था हाँ, और मैंने ये भी कहा था हु कैन अटेंड. मैंने कहा था लव फॉर टेक्नोलॉजी चाहिए, आपको कोडिंग आती है कि नहीं आती है उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. सो दैट्स माय आंसर. पर आपको ये बात ध्यान में रखनी पड़ेगी, हो सकता है कोडिंग बैकग्राउंड को एक चीज समझने के लिए 1 घंटा लगे, आपको उसी चीज को समझने के लिए 2 घंटा लगे, पर आपको वो 2 घंटा देना पड़ेगा. अगर आप उस कमिटमेंट के लिए तैयार हो, डेफिनेटली इट्स अ फील्ड दैट यू कैन ऑलवेज एक्सप्लोर. सूरज, हाउ मच यू आर कॉन्फिडेंट? सूरज, मेरे कॉन्फिडेंस की अगर आप बात करो ना, मैं बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट होता हूँ हमेशा. मैंने क्या कहा शुरुआत में ही? सो यू आर नॉट टॉकिंग टू अ एंटरप्रेन्योर, यू आर टॉकिंग टू अ टीचर. मैंने 10 लाख बच्चे देखे हैं सूरज. So if you got to understand from where I'm coming. अब आपका सवाल अगर और उस कॉन्फिडेंस ऑफ द प्रोग्राम की बात कर रहा हूँ, रही बात आपके रिजाइन करने की, मेरा सजेशन आपको होगा बहुत ही ऑब्जेक्टिव जवाब। पहले आप प्रोग्राम स्टार्ट करो और आप देखो नौकरी करते करते प्रोग्राम में कितना टाइम दे पा रहे हो। आपको लगता है नौकरी करते करते मैं प्रोग्राम में टाइम नहीं दे पा रहा हूं, पर मजा जरूर आ रहा है मेरे को, और वो आएगा, देन यू टेक ए कॉल। दैट वुड बी माय ऑब्जेक्टिव आंसर। हो सकता है आपको एक हद तक जवाब मिला हो आपके सवाल का। लेट मी नो इफ यू हैव गॉट योर आंसर। ओके, रितेश, अगर आपका थॉट प्रोसेस बैच को छोड़ने का है तो मेरा सवाल होगा आप ज्वाइन मत करिए, बिकॉज आई डोंट वांट एनी नेगेटिव एनर्जी बिफोर यू स्टार्ट द बैच, राइट? दैट्स व्हाट माय सजेशन वुड बी। रजिस्ट्रेशन फीस के लिए अगर ज्वाइन करना है तो मत करो। दैट वुड बी माय humble request to you. You want to learn, you join it, as simple as that. Yeah. Okay, Ritesh, I hope I have answered your query. Suraj, आपका जवाब दे दिया मैंने। Rana, I hope with Suraj question you also got your answer. Ritesh, I hope Suraj, I hope you got my answer, right? Suraj and Rana, because I understand you are from the mechanical background, इसलिए मैं शुरुआत में ही कहा था मैंने। तो कमिटमेंट लेवल चाहिए, और मुझे पता है मैकेनिकल में आप जब अभी आपने जॉब ज्वाइन किया है तो किस तरह के वर्किंग आवर्स वगैरह होते हैं। 1 महीना 2 महीना जब आप करके देखोगे ना, तब आपको रियलाइज होगा नहीं मैं कर पा रहा हूँ, या मैं 70-80% तो खींच रहा हूँ और मुझे मजा भी आ रहा है, तब शायद रिजाइन करने की जरूरत ना पड़े। दैट वुड बी माय सजेशन। Does it make sense to you, Suraj? Yeah. Alkesh, yeah, the skill advisor, yes, आपके साथ जो स्किल एडवाइजर कनेक्ट में है, और अगर कोई कनेक्ट में नहीं भी है तो आप इस फोन नंबर पे कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं, व्हाट्सएप कर सकते हैं, आप मुझे कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म पे, इंस्टाग्राम पे, लिंक्डइन पे, एंड द नेक्स्ट स्टेप्स विल बी टेकन। इट्स अ वेरी सिंपल स्टेप। मैंने पहले भी कहा है, आप लोगों का आज रात को व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप बन जाएगा जितने भी लोग यहाँ पे आए हैं। वी ऑल्सो डोंट वेट फॉर रजिस्ट्रेशन, बाय द वे, ओके? आपने हमने कोर्स स्टार्ट करने के बाद भी रजिस्ट्रेशन फीस लिया हुआ है। My point is, are you committed? पहले वो सोचो। We are there to help you. That's the whole point. Rana, that's my point. अगर आपकी शिफ्ट काम शिफ्ट में है और वो रोटेट होता है, then मेरा सजेशन आपसे होगा, पहले आप करके देखो, पहले आप क्लास करके देखो, क्लास आप कर पा रहे हो कि नहीं कर पा रहे हो उस टाइम पे, क्योंकि बैचेस बहुत सारे चल रहे हैं। तो पहले आप करके देखो कि आप क्लास कर पा रहे हो कि नहीं। और अगर आपको लगता है 1 महीने में मैंने 80% क्लास इज्जत से कर ली, क्लास सिर्फ नहीं, क्लास के बाद जो पढ़ाई दी है, मैं बताऊं क्लास फिर भी लोग कर लेंगे, उसके बाद जो पढ़ाई है ना, जिसके लिए आपको आधे घंटे से 1 घंटा देना पड़ेगा, वो कर पा रहे हो कि नहीं, पहले वो देख लो। अगर वो कर पा रहे हो, देन इट इज द प्लेस फॉर यू। क्योंकि देखो सीधी सी बात है, मैं आपको एक बात बोल रहा हूं, कभी ना कभी अगर आपको शिफ्ट करना है तो मेहनत तो करनी पड़ेगी। जितनी आगे आप जाओगे अपनी कंपनी में, उतनी ही आप प्रॉब्लम में आओगे, कैसे मैं करूं, क्योंकि रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज बढ़ेगी। जब आप फ्रेशर हो, जब रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज एक हद तक ही है, तभी आप मैनेज कर सकते हो, और तभी शायद पढ़ाई का मन भी होगा। आज से 1 साल बाद, 2 साल बाद, यू नेवर नो, हो सकता है आपको मन ही ना करे आगे पढ़ने का। थिंक ओवर इट। तो सूरज, देन इट इज लाइक वेरी क्लियर ना, इट्स वेरी क्लियर फॉर यू, राइट? अगर आपको लगता है कि यू आर नॉट सेटिस्फाइड विद द जॉब, यू कनेक्ट विद मी सेपरेटली। मुझे बताओ आप सेटिस्फाई क्यों नहीं हो, थोड़ा सा उस लेवल पे बात करते हैं 5-10 मिनट। एंड इफ यू वांट टू मूव टू टेक्निकल फील्ड, गो फॉर इट कंप्लीटली फॉर दिस कोर्स, एंड फॉर दिस कोर्स मतलब फॉर फुल स्टैक डेवलपमेंट, वेदर दिस कोर्स अदरवाइज दैट्स डिफरेंट स्टोरी। अगर आपको टेक्नोलॉजी में आना है, तो टेक्नोलॉजी में अगर आना है तो इससे बढ़िया फुल स्टैक डेवलपर के बढ़िया जॉब टाइटल हो नहीं सकता आज की तारीख में। गो फॉर इट, राइट? और by the way, all of you do this course or otherwise, you can always be in touch with me. मेरे से स्टूडेंट्स अपने करियर के बारे में, हर डिसीजन के बारे में पूछते हैं, तो मैं सजेस्ट करूंगा, once you are in touch with me, please connect with me whenever you have any questions. Absolutely, there is no problem at all, but डिसीजन सही होना चाहिए। एंड मेरा काम आपको सही गलत बताना नहीं है, सही डायरेक्शन देना है, डिसीजन आपका ही होगा। Okay, we have another question. Rana, what question you have? Okay, let me check. Yes, I think Alkesh, I have answered your query. Rana, I think also I have answered the query of yours. Just wanted to confirm because I didn't want to miss joining. Sure, Alkesh, absolutely. I think I have answered the query. I hope that makes sense to you. So Rana, I think I have answered your query also with Suraj. मेरे को लगता है अगर मैं आपकी जगह पे हूं तो 60-70% थोड़ी सी क्लैरिटी आई होगी। 30-40% की क्लैरिटी के लिए मेरे से एक बार आप लोग इंडिविजुअली बात कर लो। आप दोनों अगर साथ में रहोगे कॉल पे चलेगा, नहीं तो भी इंडिविजुअली हम बात कर लेंगे। मेरे को लगता है दो ही चीजें, एक यू हैव टू एंटर द सी टू अंडरस्टैंड करना क्या है। जितना आप लेट करोगे कोई भी नई चीज सीखने के लिए, उतना आपकी फ्रस्ट्रेशन तो नहीं बोलना चाहिए, बट आपको समझ में आएगा कि मैं लेट हो रहा हूं अपने करियर में, and that can create problem in your work also, existing work also. So one decision, take it and move ahead, whether it is higher education, whether it is changing the field, learning a new skill and going ahead. That's the whole point, right? Sure, Anna, absolutely. Yeah. So I will suggest the skill advisor to get in touch with you and set up a call with me, and we can have it's a matter of 10-15 minutes of chat and you will get a clarity and you can take a decision and move ahead. Sure, Suraj. Suraj, program is already started. This is the induction which you have been part of. The first class is going to happen. So the first month I told you is the weekend classes, ताकि आप लोगों को भी समझ में आए कि कितना आप लोग ग्रास्प कर पा रहे हो, कितनी पढ़ाई कर पा रहे हो। तो पहला महीना वीकेंड है, which is the next weekend onward. आपका आज रात को या कल सुबह व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप बन जाएगा, and उसके बाद Saturday, Suraj, I told you weekend is Saturday. The next Saturday, right? You want the date, you can check the date. I assume it's what, 7th of March? Yeah, it should be 6th or 7th of March. Yeah. So, yeah, it's the 6th of March, right? And as far as the WhatsApp group will be by tomorrow morning or evening, all of you will be there in the group. Wednesday को आपको schedule लग जाएगा, timing मिल जाएगी. हो सकता है कुछ pre-read हो सकता है post-read हो, वो सब मिलता है आपको क्लास के बाद. Pre-read, post-read, वो सारी चीजें होती हैं. So all those things you will come to know in that WhatsApp group. और slowly हम लोग WhatsApp group से move करते हैं एक industry level collaboration tool पे. Slack हो जाए या प्राणवीर सर वो बताएंगे आपको किस तरह के टूल में, बिकॉज हर वो चीज होगी जो इंडस्ट्री में होती है, कोई भी चीज ऐसी नहीं होगी जो एकेडमिक होती है. दैट्स व्हाट इट इज ऑल अबाउट, ताकि इंटरव्यू में बैठते वक्त ही सामने वाले को समझ में आए कि दिस पर्सन इज डिफरेंट, वो एकेडमिक्स के बियॉन्ड बात कर रहा है और उसने इंडस्ट्री लेवल की चीजें ना सिर्फ सुनी है बट कंज्यूम करके, रिटेन करके अप्लाई भी की है. दैट्स द होल पॉइंट. ओके, एनीथिंग एल्स? But I'm happy that you all are asking these questions. I'm very happy. I hope I'm able to answer most of your questions to your, to your understanding. पर अगर कुछ रह जाता है, आपको और बात करनी है मुझसे, please feel free to put that, WhatsApp कर सकते हो आप लोग इन numbers पे, social media पे करोगे और जल्दी हो जाएगा. I'm happy to connect with all of you. आप LinkedIn में, Instagram में, Facebook में, YouTube में आप ping करिए, follow करिए. We are happy to help you at any time. All right, guys. I think Pranveer, thank you so much for your presence, for your pointers. Really, really helpful. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Absolutely pleasure to talk to you. I'm also, so you can also imagine 6 बजे से लेकर हमने start किया 6:15 to be precise, and 8:15 बजे हैं. अभी 2 घंटा आपने सुना है, तो आप इसी में देख सकते हो कि आप थक रहे हो क्या, बोर हो रहा है क्या, ये सारे इमोशंस गो थ्रू करोगे आप. So, this is where you start learning. This is what, many things happen. Okay. But I'm very happy to connect with all of you. And I hopefully we would see all of you in the batch, and stay in touch with me. कोई भी decisions, कोई भी thought process, कहीं भी चले जाओ, 10 साल बाद भी लोग मुझसे कनेक्ट करके पूछते हैं, सर अब ये बन गए, अब आगे बढ़ने के लिए क्या करना है, all those kind of things. Stay in touch. एक ही चीज याद रखना, जैसे पैशन कभी कम नहीं होता है, स्किल कभी कम नहीं होता है, और लर्निंग के साथ स्किलिंग बहुत जरूरी है, और राइट डायरेक्शन का होना बहुत जरूरी है. डिसीजन आपका ही होगा बट राइट डायरेक्शन मिलना जरूरी है. राइट. थैंक्स राणा, थैंक यू सो मच. यस, पता भी नहीं चला शायद कुछ लोगों को 2 घंटे कैसे हो गए, बट आई थिंक दैट्स द फन ऑफ लर्निंग. पढ़ाई ऐसी होती है. 3 Idiots में बहुत सही कहा गया था. आई थिंक दैट्स व्हाई वी कनेक्ट विद 3 Idiots so much. शायद पढ़ना सबको पता है, पर पढ़ाते कैसे हैं, I think that's more important. And somehow I think over the years, me and my team now, along with Pranbir sir and other people in the system, have learned that, have cracked that code कि पढ़ाना कैसे है, so that maximum impact create. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for being there. It's an absolute pleasure talking to you. Stay safe, keep learning, keep skilling, and see you soon. Take care. Ranbir, I hope you are there. If I'm not wrong, if you are around, thank you so much for being there. I understand it's not easy for anybody to sit for 2 hours in one place, but thank you, Pranbir. As always, your smiling face and your easy talk on technology is always very exciting. So yeah, thank you. Bye. You can talk to me personally, Ritesh, not a problem at all. You can definitely. आप स्किल एडवाइजर से आपसे जो कनेक्ट में है उनसे बोल के ना मुझसे कॉल कनेक्ट करवा लो. You can definitely talk to me. All of you can talk to me personally, not a problem at all. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Ritesh. Thanks all. Take care. Either today or tomorrow, you can talk to me. Not a problem. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks, Rana. Thank you.